that was actually the first one I've actually gotten the intro to go smoothly. Okay, so this is not standard Atoy kind of mood. No, it's GHG. It is Halloween now. As of this viewing, last night, our friends over at Circle and Jerks did a really good and cool episode of your favorite Halloween moments, which is actually pretty damn clever. I didn't think about that. This one's slightly different. I'm bringing on, although I just see his keyboard, Jason the X.
What? No, it's just my keyboard?
Yeah.
Hang on. Crap. Let me go over to StreamYard.
Wait.
Oh, wow. That is bad. Hang on. Let me.
Wait a minute.
Why is
up?
It's inverted. Like... Wow. I just messed up like all of my presets here.
No. Okay. While Jason figures out his preset, I'm gonna bring on the other. Oh, that's the eye of the abyss right there, buddy. Okay,
give me a second here.
Jane, guess what's up, buddy?
What's up, man? This is perfect for Halloween right here, man. Oh,
I know it's like a horror film.
Look into my eye. The eyes.
Okay, here's the thing. There we go.
What just happened?
I don't know. But here's the thing. I'm gonna age myself here. When KJ said "look into my eyes," the first thing I thought of was Bone Thugs and Harmony from Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin soundtrack.
Into my eyes and great soundtrack. Okay. So
that was my not young child anymore. He's a grown adult now.
No, that's great to see the youth, man.
Youth? He's not a youth. He's 18. I could legally kick him the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
Were you 12 when you had him? Goodness.
What are you talking about? Eddie, come here. Come here. There's my boy. He can make an appearance. Get over here. Come on. All right.
Hey,
Eddie,
what's up, man?
These are my friends KJ and Bobby.
You're live. The X. What's up?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. You just walked in while I was live on YouTube, kid.
I didn't realize.
I'm sorry, not kid, adult man
I thought that
doesn't
was
pay
just a
rent.
Video.
West Side.
Go take care of that.
What do you want me to do with the mashed potatoes? This is not that much.
Container.
Just put them.
Teach them well and let them lead.
You can't do a show around here. You see that? I've done okay. He's 18 now, so I think we're good.
You kept him alive. You owe him nothing anymore.
And actually, no, I was. He's 18. I'm 47, so I was like 29 when I had him.
All right, man.
Fuck, you're 47. God damn.
I am 47 years old.
You know what?
I'm black and Japanese, so I'm riding that curve that one day just boom, just gonna fall off, just go off the edge.
No, man, they're gonna level each other out. It's like you got the yin yang thing going on. It's great.
My wife was very upset. She was like, just sitting at the table one day, and she goes, "Look at you, you're like 47 years old, you still look great. What is this bullshit?" I was like, "Thank you. I think."
So I have that same thing because like my parents are in their 60s, and they could pass late 40s, early 50s.
It's like everybody's aging differently. So
yeah.
So I know that when I do get to that age, this beautiful visage will just keep going. I love that.
I am ready to like go gray. Like I have like 2 or 3 gray hairs. And it's mostly in the beard, So
look, man, enjoy that shit because I'm graying in real time in front of you. I just got 3 new gray hairs while we were talking.
I want to look like Kevin Nash with the full white hair, like some old monk in the mountains, like ready to show you like the secret ways of some secret martial art or something,
So my hair, like this is just. I wish this was a little bit darker, but like no grays, right? No grays. is right here. I get I
You
have
get
the
the
Mr.
Reed Richard thing going.
You have the
Uh-huh.
cello flames going.
Yeah, you can be dope with the Reed Richard kind of gray in the temples.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah. That's the only part I'm going like a little bit gray, like a little bit here, but like here is just like it's just full on. Like if I was to go like this, just I've wondered, should I just do a mustache and just have like the black here and just have like a mustache, or like what do I want to do with the face?
Whatever you do, you got to commit. It's your
Oh, I
face.
know. But then, if I do that, this has to coordinate. So like, what do I do? So
No mustache, no goatee, chops.
just full on like Wolverine, like
chops,
Logan
like-
chops.
Ken Burns.
I'm gonna do like the Wolverine mutton chops.
You know what? I have to give props to Dwight at San Diego for like in real time, like pulling out clippers and like trimming off his like goatee and having like the Wolverine, like
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
When was this?
So at San Diego during Marvel Legends, when they pulled out the helmet of the Wolverine mask, boom. When he pulled out the Wolverine mask, he said, "Okay, if I told the guys up here I was going to do this, I'm going to do it right." And he pulled out a bib and they pulled out clippers and they like trimmed his goatee off so he could have the Wolverine like mutton chops and put the helmet on. And you know what? God bless Dwight for doing that.
That man committed to the bit. All right.
He
Yeah.
did. He did. Like I would, but like this is like quite thick. This is like I can like rest my hand on it. It's like, oh. Okay, I know it's Halloween. I I don't know when I'll do another GHG show. So I'm gonna start this off by saying yes, Halloween is coming up. My wife has already put up a Christmas tree. We got the Sinners. We got Magic.
That is dope. Okay, both of y'all came with some sweet ass shirts tonight.
So-
I love the outline Magic, and I mean Sinners, man.
It's coming back in theaters, man. It's gonna
Yes.
be great.
How many times have I watched Sinners?
In theaters, I watched it 6 times. Bro.
I mean,
Goddamn.
but even when it went on HBO, I was like, well, it's on, so I'm gonna watch it. That movie is just great.
I know that they have submitted I Lied to You and Last Time I Seen the Sun for the Oscars.
Yeah, they should win. They should win. The movie revolves around that scene, that that montage in the juke joint, blending past, present, and future. I've never seen anything like it.
Spec, I think the day before I went to watch it, Spec texted me. He goes, "Dude, go fucking watch Sinners. Go." He goes, "There was a scene that melted my brain. When I saw it, I was like, how?" And when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's the scene. That's okay.
I remember being committed to this movie when my wife was sitting in something and the trailer came on, and I said, okay, I'm in. Like that was all okay. I mean, we just kind of looked at each other like, yeah. We are so in for this. And I'm pretty sure I saw it like that Friday, and the word of mouth for that movie.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, that's what got butts in the seats.
Oh
I
yeah.
have no doubt. It was word of mouth. People saying, go see Sinners, listen to these songs. And it blew up. Anytime I went to go see it in the theater, there was always a decent amount of people in there as well.
I got lucky, and there was maybe like 10 people in the theater, but I went like first thing in the morning. So
Like how long? I mean, it had so many like, hey, we're gonna re-release it again. We're gonna keep running it. So there was ample opportunity to go watch Sinners, and man, the crowds came out for it.
Yeah. We are lucky here in LA. I live by a fantastic IMAX theater by Universal Studios, and it's the place to watch anything IMAX. And that movie just works. Like the scale of it, the tapestry of it, the two twins looking at the sunset for the last time.
man,
Emotional. I can put that shit on my wall.
yeah, the cinematography for that movie. And like it's funny, well not funny, but like that was the only horror film. And I'm gonna go horror because it's not horror until the third act. The
Much
first
more
two
than that,
acts it's a drama. It's like okay. That mid-credit scene, I bawled. I texted Spec when I got out. I'm like, first horror movie that's ever made me cry, and he's like, mid-credit scene. I'm like, mid-credit scene got me. If I ever get to meet Ryan Coogler, I'm like, kudos to you, good sir. Touche.
That dude got first dollar gross on that and earned every last cent.
Every minute, every penny of it. Which then and on Instagram, Colossal Creations brought this up. I didn't even think about Blade 2. Why has Marvel not just backed up the Brinks truck and said, you know what? Forget Black Panther right now. Do Blade. Please.
Well, I mean, they had something going with Werewolf by Night. That was really good stuff.
So good.
And
So
I
good.
mean, we've got Man-Thing just floating around in the MCU. We can do horror, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we can do Dracula in MCU. I'm waiting for them to really step into horror with whatever Blade movie they produce.
I would love, because I mean, I don't want them to wait Mahershala Ali, because Mahershala, fantastic actor, fucking let just someone do Blade. But what I was gonna say is I don't know when to do another episode yet. So in case I don't, I'm gonna jump to Thanksgiving real quick and tell you the one thing I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna make this an annual rant, because you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna. There are certain holiday movies that I absolutely adore and love. However, Thanksgiving is not one of those holidays. Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving Holiday is one of the worst movies, cartoon series I have ever seen. And I will tell you why. I will lay it out there. Because these are children. They are children. And my gripe is with Peppermint Patty. She asked Charlie Brown, hey, Charlie Brown, let's do a Thanksgiving. 8-year-old goes, sure, no problem. Gets candy, a bunch of unhealthy crap. That's like, you know what? For an 8-year-old, that's a Thanksgiving feast. And what does Peppermint Patty do? Hey, Chuck, where's the turkey? Hey, Chuck, where's the stuffing? Hey, Chuck, where's the mashed potatoes? Bitch, I don't know. Where is it? I'm 8. I can't cook. Can you cook, Peppermint Patty? Can you make a turkey? Can you do mashed potatoes? Can you do stuffing? I have always hated that movie. That special. Since I swear to God, maybe I was 18 when I first watched it. I'm like, wait, this is unfair. Why are they putting it all in Charlie Brown? I know that Charles Schultz was like, hey, Charlie Brown's the guy that everyone craps on. I get it. At least with Christmas special, there's some redeeming quality where like Linus is like, you know what? It's not that bad of a tree. It's kind of quaint. It's cute. I can fix it up. But Peppermint Patty ruins Thanksgiving year after year after motherfucking year. Don't watch it. Okay.
If I had things that were going to happen today, it wasn't going to be hearing about how terrible. And we all know this. Yes, terrible. Peppermint Patty, terrible. But I didn't expect anybody to go on a rant about it. So kudos, Bobby. Kudos.
Thank you. All right, so Halloween. October is insane because it's that I feel Halloween kind of gets crapped on in the fact that like it gets like 2 weeks of like here's costumes and then fuck it all, here's Christmas. Like granted, we skip over Thanksgiving, but really you don't really like do much for Thanksgiving. You just make yourself a pig, you watch football, and then on to Christmas. So today we're giving Halloween its special due. Granted, AMC does like their 30 days of horror, which is fantastic. And if you haven't watched it, there was and this is like now like 20 years old, the 100 horror films you have to watch. It's interesting. Granted, this was in 2007, so almost 20 years ago. So a lot of the movies are like we have a whole new selection of movies. A buddy of mine tried to watch all 100. We got through 5, and we're like, all right, we're done. We watched
it. Start the bottom of 100 or the top?
100. I moved up. All right, we're done. We watched a Japanese one that was supposed to be like terrifying, and his now wife fell asleep in my beanbag chair. He and I we're drinking and we're like, this is really stupid. It was called The Audition or something. It was don't waste your time. Don't waste your time.
Right.
But gentlemen, like what is like a great horror film? But let's say you want to kick off Halloween, you want to kick off October. What are we starting with? Jason, I'll go to you.
All right. So as far as like horror movies, like there's certain I like thrillers
Okay.
that thrillers really get me going more on the psychological aspect. I know a lot of people are afraid, like like Freddy Krueger get him, like Ghostface. I don't respect Ghostface at all. I'll shoot the fade with Ghostface any day of the week.
What? Look, I will tell you this.
First
Okay.
off,
True story. When Scream came out, I rented it, right? I didn't go watch. I don't know why I didn't go watch, but I rented it. And it wasn't scary,
no.
but it got me enough to where I locked all of the doors of my grandma's house.
I mean, look, okay, some guy in black robes and a stupid looking mask comes up and he's like, "Hey, Jason, I've got a knife." I mean, I'm just going to go, "Bitch, I got two. Let's go. We can do this." So those are not the ones that really get me, but psychological terrors and things like, I know this might be less on the list, but Aliens 2 and Alien
Ooh.
actually scared, and to a lesser extent Predator, because I don't like the idea of something is hunting you. You can't really get, and then when Aliens came out when I was a kid, it made it even worse because now you've added, a colony of them and they're swarming like ants. That scene in the hallway when the machine guns are going off and the aliens are coming down the hallway and just how they lurk and just get you with the tail. I know that a lot of people don't consider that kind of like a horror franchise, but to me, that does scare the crap out of me.
Mhm.
Like, what am I going to do? Like, I can handle myself fairly well. I could probably run away from any other danger. You ain't running. You ain't fighting. Acid blood and just, razor sharp needle teeth. I've never liked, how cats, if they bite you, they bite all the way down.
Yeah.
They bite to the
With their
gum line.
claws.
This thing will bite you down to the gum line with those needle teeth. It scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. Enough that as an adult in the military, we were clearing out our old building and the power was out. And I found out that one of my shipmates could make the Predator noise. In the dark of this building, he did that Predator like click thing. And I am a 25-year-old grown man. I put my hand right on my knife, which if it was a Predator, it would have killed me immediately because
You're a threat.
he wants to play. Let me hit him with this laser gun. And dude, you talk about just my heart stopped for a second. And then he kind of looked over. He's like, "What?" I was like, "Did you just make that noise?" He's like, "This noise?" And he made it. I was like, "Don't do that." He's like, "Did I just?" And even he was like, "Did I just scare you?" I was like, "We ain't gonna talk about this, and you're not gonna make that noise again."
Now, what would have been better if they knew that you were afraid of that and they had like the 3 lasers show up on you?
Oh no. I'd have been raiding the armory. I
You
mean,
should, like,
in that
unloading your
case, I'm going down
unloading
with a
your
fight.
mags.
But honestly, yeah, like I mean, there's thriller things. Like I really love stuff that Jordan Peele has been doing. But as far as like just terrifying, what gets me still to this day, it's those friggin' creatures coming at you with their long claws, and they can come at you like loud and swarming, or they can wait in some ducting and just put a tail through your chest. And like, I don't even think they eat you. They just kill you. There's like no otherness. They just murder you.
Like the only reason that they don't eat you is because they need you to survive. They
And then, yeah, I was going to get into this. And then there's the whole, stuff wrapping around your face, making love to your throat. No, man. Just no. And then something grows in you and explodes out your chest.
That's what I'm saying. The face hugger is worse than the xenomorph.
Yes, this
The
whole
face hugger
franchise,
violates you.
Just asphyxiates you, and then like just to slow you down so that it could, do terrible, terrible things. Like, I don't know when it clicked for me as a kid what they were actually doing, but it's like, so they latch on and then they put the, see, that is uncomfortable imagery right there, like all the way. It's choking you just enough to, and then, well, we had Alien Romulus this year, which did that scene very, very graphically detailed, enough that my wife was like, I do not like the thought of face huggers. She's also on the non-aliens boat. So yeah, it's more sci-fi, but it's actually horror when you think of it. The suspense, man. The first one with Sigourney Weaver was a masterpiece. How this thing was just stalking and hunting and just taking everybody out one by one, viciously, might I add. Yeah.
Like,
this does it for me, damn it.
The fact that the director did this scene practical, scary. Like, it, I wasn't scared, right? Oh, yep, here we go. E-Worthy agrees. What's up, E-Worthy? Face huggers are more terrifying than the alien. Yes. Because the alien, you can at least, you have in your mind, you can at least outrun it.
No, you can't.
I mean, Sigourney Weaver did, right? If you're smart, you can run quickly.
No.
But
you
these little bastards.
Yeah.
These are like the scene where all the face huggers come out and start like chasing after them. No. Like,
I don't like anything that swarms, and they swarm like ants.
They swarm. It's like,
no, bro.
They face fuck you. No. But then the best scene in Alien is, of course, with John Hurt with the chest bust.
Yeah, the first time anyone saw that chest bursting scene, that opened up a new level of horror, of body horror.
Yeah, you're like,
yes.
What happened? Right? You're like, wait, what?
And that's like the Alien series hits on all of those levels with the body horror, the imagery. Nothing is comfortable about this movie at all.
No. But and what's so great about that scene is at first you're like, I just had indigestion. You're just like, ow. And then you're like, oh. And then I start spitting up blood, and you're like, what? And then just like, what the?
And that hits on a primal horror. Like, think about the plague, or all the litany of people we lost to disease over generations. Like, it taps into all that. Because it's something inside you that's gonna kill you. It's like, listen, don't let me get too deep.
No, by all means,
this is what we're here to talk about.
I mean, childbirth. Like, women would die from childbirth all the time. Like, having a low maternal mortality rate is relatively new in civilization.
Yeah, 100%. Now I'm going to kind of just go back and forth on this, because I will say this: going from aliens, and KJ, I will definitely get to your thing in just a second. I don't think this movie. I'm going to say it right here, because this movie does not get enough love. Because it is in fact just let me see if I can pull this picture up. There we go. This movie.
The black and we can all die first.
This movie, I watched it. I'm like, okay.
I mean, go on. No, I did not expect this, but I'm all for it. Go, please.
Yeah. There was one scene in this film where I laughed so hard that my wife had to ask if I was okay. And it's a scene where they're like, did anyone threaten you today? And like, well, no more so than normal. Like, why? Like, well, I wrote a piece on Twitter saying that the O'Reilly's theme song was more culturally prevalent than the national anthem. and they all start singing the O'Reilly's theme song, and I could not stop laughing because that was the funniest shit I have seen in forever. Like it was original, it was creative. The fact that this was almost kind of like Scary Movie, in that they take all the tropes and like flip them on their head. Dietrich Bader as like the white sheriff who understands, like, listen, I understand that you don't trust me right now because you're all a bunch of black people and I'm the white sheriff. I'm usually the bad guy. I'm like, oh, they get okay. It was so damn good. I don't think this movie gets enough love.
All right.
No. And honestly, I think I mean, if we're just going down the list of like the tops, I saw this and I expected just like total like Scary Movie kind of crap,
Yeah.
but it had those moments. But I think when I saw the poster for this movie before I saw the trailer, I was like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah, same.
I'm in because I have made that joke several times. Like, I hope I don't die first. KJ, you know you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Don't lie. Don't.
Because, well, I will say this: that movie is better than both Tales from the Hood. I've seen Tales from the Hood too. Okay,
with the shit.
Yeah. So
Was
I
that
love
two?
Keith David, but he was not. He
I don't recommend watching Tales from the Hood too.
nah.
First one, yes. All right,
Yeah.
AJ, I'm going to jump to you because you brought up a good point. Us.
So in that apartment, I had mirrors facing each other, and it's sort of like a lot of apartments in LA were for actors, performers, so they needed to see how they look to the audience. So a mirror against a mirror gives you the actual image. So if you go to the second slide, you can even see I have my Hamilton shirt, and you can actually read it. It's legible, so you can actually see like so if I raise this hand, the mirror won't show me the mirror image, it'll show me the actual image. So it's like having someone else in the room, and it takes a little bit to get used to, especially at night, or if you're inebriated or under an influence, or you watch a scary fucking movie. So the next slide is my mirrors after watching Jordan Peele's Us.
Look, Us had us. It hit us on a psychological level because at no point, I mean, all of us have been afraid of like our own shadow, or our reflection, even like off of like a window or something, and you see it out of the corner of your eye, or you're somewhere where you know you're alone, and then you're like, what you it clicks because something is in there with you, and it's like, oh, it was just me in the mirror or something. We've all had that happen to us. And for Jordan Peele to make a damn movie playing on that fear that everyone has had, genius. It's genius.
Yeah.
There is no time that we have anybody had your own shadow just out of the corner of your eye, just scared the crap out of you in the middle of the night or something. And it's happened to me, man. It has happened to me. And I've lived in this house for 17 years and still, like, I was like, oh God, that was just me.
So the house we were living in Houston, my grandmother's house, when I was a teenager, they hadn't built one of the walls yet. So it used to be the dining room. So like when you'd walk from the living room, you'd walk through like this like little corridor kind of to the front door, and to the right in the dining room was a wall of mirrors. So at like midnight, if I was going to the front door, I was like, don't be anything in the mirrors. Don't be anything in the mirrors. I didn't know. I'm watching like a lot of unsolved mysteries and shit like that. Like the mirrors are the doorway to another dimension. I'm like, no. I'm like, you are 18. You're 18 years old. You are not afraid of mirrors.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
I was. Now, so it's funny because, and I'm glad I have you two on here because I think this is one of those horror films. I think are very indicative of like race, religion, how we're brought up. Like us didn't scare me, but like, oh, this is a. I just love Jordan Peele.
Us is a thriller, like
It's a thriller, right?
and this is what Jordan Peele has just, man, he is really playing off the fears of the general public right now.
And he does a really good job of that. For me, growing up, because my wife is like that. She likes like the psychological. She loves like. It's really weird. She doesn't like religious horror, but she likes The Conjuring because they're usually just well done, and they don't scare me, but they're really well done. What scared the shit out of me as a kid? Oh shit, was not doing my slideshow, my not doing this properly. It was The Omen.
Yeah.
Nobody likes creepy kids.
No.
Creepy kids are little fuckers, but growing up in the church, like that, like now, it doesn't scare me as much. But growing up being steeped in Catholicism, you're like, oh shit. What also helps The Omen, besides the scary little shitty kid, the soundtrack.
Yep.
Mm.
Jerry Goldsmith.
I don't think you're ever not gonna have. If you've got to set that mood, and they set that mood, man. Absolutely.
Like The Omen, whenever that was on, I would always leave the room because I'm like, no. But I was like, oh, it's so good. I'm like, no. Bye. Because the remake sucked. Like the remake did not scare me at all. It missed the mark on everything. The Exorcism of Emily Rose scared the fuck out of me because the actress, when she spoke Latin and did like the backwards spider crawl, I was like,
no.
I'm like with holy water, like the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you, right? Like no.
That'll make me become a priest.
Right.
I need the hammer.
What was even freakier was after. So we used to do this in college, like out of college, we'd go to a friend's place and like we'd watch like horror films during October, and we watched that, and we were all like freaking the fuck out. Like this is a freaking movie. For the next 2 weeks at 3:45 in the morning, my best friend would wake up. He's like, "Do I woke up at 3:45?" I'm like, "Oh, that's weird." He's, "Yeah." And then when she woke up in the morning, like, "Yeah." Next day, I got up at 3:45. I'm like, "Why are you getting up at 3?" I don't know. I'm like, don't worry, dude. You're Jewish. Not gonna bother you. He goes, "Oh, that's right." Whew. Once he realized that, he's like, "Yeah, I'm done. I'm good." All right.
I think the one thing that did it for me was like not so much movies, by the way, but my parents were book enthusiasts. We had tons of books in the house.
Yeah.
And I should not have read a lot of Stephen King novels.
Oh man.
At my age. Because I actually I'm like, "Oh, Mom, can I read that book?" No, I think it was it. It was it. And "Oh, Mom, can I read that book without your dad?" She's like, "No, this is not age appropriate for you." Okay, Mom. And then I'm reading it, in my bed underneath the blanket with a flashlight like this, and then finishing a book in the middle of the night, like, "Oh man, finish it. Now I got to go to sleep." And I don't think any of the Stephen King books really were captured in the movies, but the one that got it from me, honestly, was it. Tim Curry did a great job playing that psycho clown. Okay. Like everything else they did, like made for TV movies, didn't hit all the time,
Right.
But it on broadcast TV on ABC in several parts with Harry Anderson from friggin' Night Court.
Right.
Yeah, it was not as graphic as the book, but damn it, that was the one that got the closest at the time, I think.
Yeah.
Tim Curry, with them teeth and the no, bro, no.
Because of that miniseries, that's why you saw so much Stephen King go to miniseries. The Stand.
Yep.
Great miniseries. They tried a new version of The Shining, which was closer to the book.
Yes.
And Doctor Sleep kind of married Kubrick's Shining and
yes.
The book.
Yeah, The Shining, Kubrick's version actually, that was a that got me as a kid, you know. But that was 1980, so I think I was pretty young. I shouldn't have been watching that anyway. So,
and then he also did The Langoliers.
That was terrible movie.
Yeah, it was.
It was terrible because it had terrible CGI. Now, here's the funny thing. They did Rose Red, which is my wife's favorite horror film. Even though it's a miniseries, and I tell her it's a miniseries. It doesn't count as a film. She yes, it does. Because you have it on VHS. So that's her. And you know what? Jason knows this. When your wife says this is it, you're like, that's it. Okay, done. Because you know, we're smart. Bill Skarsgård did a help. The fact that he could do that little weird thing with his eye, made it for. And I really want to watch.
Welcome to Derry on HBO Max. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, it's interesting that it is back on TV because that's kind of where it started.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Weapons will be coming to HBO Max this Friday, by the way.
Oh, will it? Okay, good.
If you missed that one in the theater, it's worth checking out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
we'll definitely watch it. Comes out.
That's on my plans for the weekend.
Boom. That's what we're watching. For the longest time I couldn't watch anything scary because when I was a wee little baby, my dad thought it was funny.
Oh boy.
Whenever it came on, to say, son, come out here and look. Michael Jackson's Thriller scared the shit out of me as a kid. Mm-hmm. Because the makeup was realistic. They looked like zombies, like holy shit. The only reason I was able to get over that hump was when I was like 16 or 17. It came on, and I forced myself. I was a fucking teenager. I forced myself to watch that video. Watch it. Watch this.
I think Thriller, I was enjoying it up until Vincent Price, the voice of fear. Once that voice hit, it was like, oh wait, what's going on now? Like at first it's just Michael kind of running with his girlfriend from the zombie. It was like, oh, it's a music video of the song. And then let's just stop the song and put Vincent in here and make him laugh.
And that's scary as shit.
Yep. Vincent Price was
no one does anything like that. I can't think of, like, you don't have like Jack Black hopping on an ASAP Rocky album, you know, doing like an adventure genre or like just experimenting with the form. I don't think there's been anything like it since.
You know, quick tangent. It is sad that now that MTV like is no longer like music television, it's just ridiculousness. It's like 23 out of 24 hours. I think for an hour they show something else. There's no like real creative music videos anymore either. It's kind of sad.
I mean, on YouTube, you'd be surprised. It's all indie stuff. That's the thing.
That is true.
Jungle is a great British band, and they have fantastic dance videos, for example. But as far as like narratives or mini movies, you need like a Lady Gaga or something like that. I mean, that's the closest you're going to get to it.
Now, the one that always got me as a kid, one of my favorite shows, because you never knew at the time what you were going to get, was Twilight Zone. You're talking about just great people to set it up. You know, something weird happens. Next thing you know, there's the man in the suit. Imagine if you will. You got that cigarette lit. Jason's about to step into a world that he does not recognize. A world called the Twilight Zone. And then Rod was just there all the time. He set it up perfectly. Like, I mean, you've got Hitchcock, you know, kind of like creating everything. And Rod was more of a character. I loved in the new Twilight Zone series. They had a very good show kind of dedicated to him, which was great. But you never knew what you were going to get with those shows. It might be kind of slapsticky, kind of funny, or it could be just freaking terrifying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was always like re-rolling the dice. What are we getting this week? You know,
with the Jordan Peele Twilight Zone, I would have done the whole thing in black and white.
That'd been cool.
With Walking Dead, they used to re-air episodes of The Walking Dead in black and white because the comic book's in black and white.
Right.
And the black and white episodes helped Walking Dead. I would have said, like, this new Twilight Zone, just do it in black and white. Because you tried it with Forrest Whitaker, right? Didn't quite hit the same.
No.
I'm that old. I remember all four
Don't-
attempts at
don't remind
Twilight
me, that's-
Zone series.
When,
That-
I don't remember that one. Holy
That's
shit.
the
Yeah,
series.
Nick, it was on UPN. It was not good.
Don't remind me. That's the series I almost died on my living room floor.
Oh, Tell us.
I had a when I was in the Navy, I suffered a head injury that I thought I was having headaches from, and Star Trek Voyager was on, or Star Trek Enterprise was on, and commercial. Oh, let me get some chips. Get up, go to the kitchen, and I woke up on the floor, face in the floor, in the carpet, like what, huh? And the chips were down, literally, and Twilight Zone was on.
Damn.
That's
And
the worst thing to wake up
so
to,
what
yeah.
happened was I had fluid that was pushing my brain to the front of my skull, and it was it should have killed me. We went to the hospital, and the doctor was like, "Congratulations, you're in the 20% that wake up."
All right, no wonder you're so damn jolly all the time.
And he told me, like, because of the way I fell, likely on my side, I was able to relieve some of the pressure and regain consciousness. So, having been informed that with my doc from the Navy, by the way, I looked at this doctor and this nurse, and I just went, well, I guess it was good I was in the living room. No one in that room laughed at that joke. But they had to get me in and drain fluid from my brain. And then, I lived. But yeah, I thought I was just having like some really bad headaches. No, I was my frontal lobe was being pushed up against my skull. And I guess when I turned or something, like I said, I remember getting up to get the chips and then my face in the floor, and I heard Forrest Whitaker talking, and instantly it was like, oh, I've been down here a while. I have been down here for a couple of minutes. And yeah, that's how because I was all about the Twilight Zone episodes. I was watching them on UPN, and that was where I almost died.
well, look, first off, here's to you. Here's to
Yeah,
you
no
for
shit.
being alive
Jesus.
and not being dead.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the doctor was very matter of factly. He's like, about 20% of y'all wake up, and you woke up. Congrats. I was like, cool. And that's when I did that living room remark. And he just looked at me and goes like, you almost died. I was like, I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm scared. I'm terrified right now. Okay. Literally, like, I had that sinking feeling like, oh, that was what death feels like. Or close to death. Like, but yeah, that was why Twilight Zone kind of like resonates with me, because
Damn.
yeah.
we're
Wow.
telling real scary stories, man.
No
I
shit.
mean,
Jesus.
it was a bad head injury. I should have gotten looked at. But anyway, sorry, I derailed everything with almost dying. So
I mean, it's a good story to tell during Halloween.
had to call my girlfriend up, who's my wife now, and say like, hey, so I'm in the hospital.
So hey.
And I almost died during Twilight Zone. Anyway, but yeah,
Then they got married. No, for more scary stories in the dark, be sure to watch Geeks Have Game.
I think at that point she was like, let me hurry up and marry him before he like
Before he
He's
dies.
or something. get this insurance policy in my name.
Who's the life insurance plan? What's your name again?
No, I am fine. I'm not dead. Anyway, back to like Jordan Peele. What has Jordan Peele tapped into? Because my wife is not big on the horror movies either. Like, it takes a lot for her to be like, oh, and Get Out did that.
So Get Out, I think, is the template where you
Okay.
have to talk about uncomfortable truths, but use genre to do it. So what Get Out really boils down to is false allyship. Boils down to the dangers of liberalism, essentially, in that you think you're doing a good thing, but you're not. You think you're doing this thing for the right reason, but you're just as bad as other people hunting us down and whatnot. Like, you want my eyes? Why do you want my eyes?
Oh.
Develop your eyes. My culture, my fashion, my food. A vampire has more decency, right? So with Get Out, that was, the stake in the ground, no pun intended. And then, like in Jordan, he's built up a track record. So now he has to, like, I love Nope. Nope was excellent. It wasn't the cultural zeitgeist that Get Out or even Us was, but it was still a fantastic movie. It's just about respect nature or nature will kill you, because nature is nature. You know,
and and E-Worthy brought it up, and I know, and I love how Jordan Peele said, like, yeah, this is a sci-fi Jaws, because the alien, you never see the alien,
right, like
until the end. You don't see Jaws until like that very last.
I like that the people in that movie catch on very quickly to that cloud is not right.
Yes.
Like they catch on surprisingly quick. Like, you've seen movies where they're just like, nothing's wrong here. And they're like denying the truth right in front of them. No, they were like, this ain't right over here. See that there? That's not right. And we need to not get caught up with that.
Which is funny you bring that up, because here in Albuquerque, there are sometimes the clouds will come in.
Stop.
I'm just like,
stop right now. No.
That doesn't look like a real cloud. Why is it shaped like that? Like, I've seen pictures of my mom, because like I like to troll my dad. Till my dad, he's like, no, aliens aren't coming to us, not here. My mom's like, no, aliens are here. My sister's like, no, they're not here. They're in the ocean, right? My sister believes like they're like in the ocean. And I'm like, they're here. And my dad's like, no. And so I sent a picture of the cloud. I'm like, Mom, look. And she goes, it doesn't look like a real cloud. And my dad's like, it's a cloud. Like, do you know? Do you know that? You don't.
It's something so unusual too. Like all the clouds are moving except for that one. Like if you saw that, you would. Nope.
Yep.
So thanks, Zen. It's funny that you bring like, no, that's weird. I was watching one of the all-time greats, Tremors, the other day. Love Tremors.
Reba McEntire.
Oh, so great in the film. But the fact of the matter is, like, once everyone goes, wait, there's something weird here. There's no like, oh, we shouldn't do this. We should investigate. Like, no, we need to get the fuck out of here. We need to get the fuck out of here. And I feel white people take the wrong message from that movie, because Kevin Bacon the whole time, him and I can't think of the other guy, they're like, we need to go. We need to
Fred
go.
Ward?
Fred Ward. There we go. He's like, we need to go. Get up on the roof. Why? Get the fuck up on the roof. Then we need to get the hell out of here. Like, that's such a great lesson to learn. When things go like that, you get the fuck out of there. You leave.
Yeah, horror movies are scarier when characters are competent. There's like a little graphic showing Ridley Scott's Alien, like saying that when someone's smart but they still got anyway.
Yeah. Aliens, those are Marines. If Marines go over there, they're gonna take care of business.
Yeah.
They're just getting hacked up. They were armed to the teeth.
That opening, that montage where you have the officer in the APC watching it, he's just losing control, and the squad's just getting wiped out. A lot of that happens off screen. A lot of that is your imagination. Like one dude gets sprayed with acid, flame throws his own squad, and then tumbles down the corridor. I'm like,
you had that panic, that human nature of panicking. It takes a lot to steel yourself and say, like, all right, I can deal with this. I can breathe. I'm ready to man up and handle the situation. Because most people just freak out. Freaking out is easy to do.
Yep.
And even these guys, hardcore trained Marines, as of 1986. So 8-year-old Jason watching Aliens when he wasn't supposed to.
Yep. I didn't want to talk about, how these horror movies scarred me, because so much of these movies I shouldn't have watched as a kid, and I don't want my parents to look bad. But listen, man, we had cable. I knew how to work a VCR. Like there's only so much they could do. Yeah. So E-Worthy brings up. I was just about to talk about the thing. I was going to watch the thing, and it wasn't just the animatronic effects from Rob Bottin and Stan Winston and everything else that fucked me up as a kid. It was the end. These guys basically sacrificed their lives, killed this fucking spider-legged alien that was acing everybody, and you had these two dudes who are going to freeze to death,
Mhm.
and one of them could still be the Thing.
Yep.
And then the movie ends. That's what fucked me up.
And it's
Not
that
only-
mistrust. You don't know who it is. It's in the back of your mind not to trust anybody. I mean, the scenes in The Thing, when they would snap happen, like with the belly opening up and
Boy.
So
that stuff. It's like you're sitting at the edge of your seat just waiting for something to happen. And I
And
think
the
it's even
reason-
worse when something doesn't happen.
And the reason why that works even just as well was because when they do the scene where like the chest opens up and the guy falls in,
Ugh.
for a quick second, the stand-in was an actual double amputee. It was all practical. So when he pulls his hands up and he's like screaming because they're gone, it's a double amputee with yeah. That's why he fucks us up because
Okay. I
because
never knew that.
I'll use was it Final Destination 3? The director said there are certain things that when we use the CGI, we use practical and we use CGI in a way that makes your lizard brain think it's real. Like there's a scene, and I think it's 3, where the girl gets like shot with like nail guns,
Mm.
and it's a doll head, but they superimposed her real eye on the doll with CGI, and it's actually looking. So your brain thinks, "Oh, that for a split second, that's real. That's gonna fuck you up."
I've
So
never
in the-
liked eye stuff.
Yeah.
No,
Not in any horror movie. Eye stuff. Whoa. No.
What's
no,
the
no.
movie where a dude had an eye in his hand? Was that The Gate or something like that? And he stabs his hand because he has to stab
Yeah,
the
I
eye
think
out of
so.
his hand.
yes. Baldy did have to get.
Jim was section.
Yeah, I had to burn him on one.
But yeah, when he pulls his hands up and they're gone, that's all practical. He was a double amputee for that split second, and then like he dies.
That's crazy.
And it had
Right.
that suspense factor, that thriller factor,
Yeah.
also body horror. We talked about the body horror aspect of these films, like
Yep.
just all the spindly, bloody,
Mhm.
just muscle cord and sinew and veins. It's disturbing to look at. Like my son, they had a horror movie club that they were watching movies over the summer, last summer, and they discovered John Carpenter, and they were like, "Where do we start with John Carpenter?" I was like, "The Thing."
The Thing.
Start with The Thing. And hearing these teenagers like in the next room just having a good time and jump scaring and yelling and everything, it felt good to hear, But that was the one they started with. They moved through a lot of stuff, but The Thing is where I told them to start. Also, it's knowing that they are fresh going into it. They have not seen it.
All right.
Yes,
So, real quick, KJ, for me, John Carpenter, when you get, it's always this.
Yep. I
you go.
would start with this. You got to work your way up to The Thing.
The Thing. Now, I will say, Eworthy Substance is an amazing film. God, who was it? Was Margaret
Demi
Qualley?
Moore.
Demi Moore.
Margaret Qualley. Yeah.
Demi Moore. I think that was her best acting ever. Like the movie goes and like the end, like holy, it is body horror done well. But Halloween, once again, the soundtrack is why this movie is so damn good. Because an unemotional, unstoppable killing machine is terrifying.
Yeah.
You can't touch it. And like I never found Jason or Freddy Krueger terrifying. Like it's like, okay, it's got a hockey mask, right? Now Braun Strowman is playing the new Freddy, and that's terrifying because that man is a monster. That dude is massive. Like
He's
that was-
Freddy?
Jason, you mean?
I mean Jason.
That's too
Jason.
big
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Freddy.
Yeah, sorry.
That's too big for Jason.
Yeah, I don't want a swole Freddy Krueger coming after me. I don't think that's going to be,
Yeah, but a 6'7", 6'8", 350 Jason coming after me, I'm gonna be terrified.
I still love Jason Takes Manhattan. The one brother tried to shoot the fade with Jason on the roof. Dude was like, "All right, we're gonna throw hands. Let's go."
You know what? Hey, he tried. He tried. But
I admire that.
it was funny. One of my favorite memories, and I wish I would have watched Circle Jerks yesterday, because when I worked, when I was in college for like a year and a half, I worked an apartment in Austin, it was like a student living type apartment, and I was working with a friend of mine, Lizzie, and we were closing down. She goes, "Hey, can you close up shop? I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And the TV was on, and Halloween is on. I'm like, "Oh, perfect plan, perfect idea." I run, I sprint, I lock everything up, I turn off all the lights except for like some of the office lights, so it's like this like dim lit, and I hide under the desk. And when she walked into the bathroom, like the TV was on. It wasn't Halloween or something else, but like I found Halloween. I'm like, okay, put Halloween on. And so she goes from watching like, it's all light up and everything. She walks out and it's like dark, and I'm not there. And so she's like, "Bobby," I'm under the desk, nothing. She checks it, like everything's locked. She's kind of like hearing it in her voice. She's like, "Oh, what the hell happened?" I took my shoes off. I quietly creep up behind her, and boom, dude, I had to duck. She spun around, just wham. I'm like, "Ah."
I don't try to. Well, I mean, sometimes like this, but I'm quiet enough where like my wife wants to put a bell on me sometimes. It's that's why I try to wear like cowboy boots now, so at least they can hear me walking. But like, but I'm also not like if I accidentally walk behind my kids, I'm not a small guy. I am a very large figure that just appeared behind them. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And then sometimes I do mean to. Sometimes I don't want them.
I have friends of mine I would scare all the time because I'm a giant person, but I walk very quietly. I like roll my feet so you can't even hear my footsteps. And it just scares people because I just appear out of nowhere, taking up all their peripheral vision.
What the fuck? God damn it.
I once thought it was funny when I got out of the military to go to my best friend's house, pick the lock on his door. And I had also had a job interview up here in Dallas. So I was in a suit and I was just sitting in his bedroom when he woke up. I was like, "Hey, Wade, how you doing?" And so he was
in a Twilight Zone episode.
He was not happy with me. I'm sitting there like it was a nice gray suit, but I'm in his house, in his room. Like I could have just been sitting there with like a cup of coffee. "Good morning, Wade." And he just kind of rolls over and he was like, he was too sleepy to be scared at first. And then it kind of it built up like, why are you wearing a suit? I thought you were in the Navy. What the, like it just,
why are you wearing a suit?
Began to escalate like as everything started to come together. But that's the beauty of Halloween. Somebody is all of a sudden there. They shouldn't have been there and they're there. Michael Myers accomplishes it better than Jason. Okay. Jason is like a just unstoppable tank. He's coming at you. Michael Myers is on like some shinobi shit.
He thinks about how to kill you. That's what makes it scary.
He takes off his shoes before he kills you. Like, hold on, I don't want to hear me.
Now, let me ask you this. We've gotten like 55 different Halloweens. I've never really watched the Rob Zombie, just because I'm not a fan of his.
It's not my cup of tea either.
That whole era of horror remakes was not good because they're basically applying latter-day MTV tactics to horror movies. Yeah. Texas Chainsaw, Platinum Dunes, all that stuff. It's like that wasn't the good mix.
Although I will say the Jennifer Beal Texas Chainsaw was good.
Yeah, I did like that one.
But I will say what made the movie even better. So I watched it.
Jessica Biel. Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel. I watch it at the Union at UT, right? They do like free movies, and during Halloween they do like horror movies. I'm like, oh, and I was watching Texas Chainsaw, and there were these two Black American ladies behind me, and when Jessica Biel drops down, they screamed so loud I was like, oh God. Is someone to tell me from behind? And she goes, like, oh, we are so sorry. That scared the shit out of us. I'm like, oh no, don't worry. The shit is scared out of everyone. Don't worry, we're good. But when the audience can get into it like that, you know you've tapped into something.
You got something.
I don't like movies like Hostel, where it's gore porn.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's shock value. That's
easy. It's easy to do.
We know we talked about it. The eye thing. We're uncomfortable with the eye thing. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just it's gross to watch. I honestly say that about, like, everybody talks about Terrifier these days, but it's up there. It's up there with that kind of Hostel shit. It's just that it's just gross, and it makes you feel uncomfortable because of the gore of it. So it's like KJ said, easy.
Yeah,
nobody likes seeing somebody hacked up and sawed or.
But one of the scariest things I've seen, there's a Black Mirror episode where it's basically a spin on Star Trek, and one of the most fucked up kills I've seen is from this transporter accident where this woman basically is transported without her face. So she has a blank face and she basically suffocates to death because of the technology. And it's the captain who doesn't give a shit. They're all expendable to him. So he's like, just curious, like, fascinating. I'm like, this woman's about to die because of this fucking transporter accident. That's what was scary. The expendability.
Was that in the last season of Black Mirror?
A couple of seasons ago, but they're doing a sequel to that.
Season. Yeah. This last season of Black Mirror was either like just hugely sad and depressing, or made you like angry. It's like, oh, okay, what feeling am I feeling in this episode? Sadness or anger? I feel Halloween. Jaws never frightened me. Jaws never really scared me. What got me? Yes, the South Park episode was hilarious.
Oh, I had to cut the fish. Oh,
yogurt or cut the fish? Yogurt. It's yogurt. You cut the fish. I'm like, I will say this: the movie Jaws never scared me. The trailer for Jaws scared me.
There you go. The unknown, what you can't see, and they have that's more of an accidental success as far because they couldn't get the shark to work, so they had to
exactly.
Yeah. So when you see the girl swimming, you're like, oh, and then you're like, bum 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 bum, and then she's like, the jerking when she like goes down and up and the terrified look in her face, like you're like, oh shit, like that. Like the ocean. Now, I will say that did terrify me from going into the ocean for a little bit because I'm like, oh, what? I can't. And especially Jason, you know this. Galveston is just a cesspool of garbage, so you can't see the bottom. So if you can't see your feet, like what is down there? You don't know.
People will be surprised how close they come to sharks when they go out there. But the sharks don't really bother you. No, but still, you know, everybody thought about Jaws. You know, oh, shark will get me.
What makes that scene work is the buoy. The fact that she has a chance to survive. Without that, it's not as scary. She's just gone.
Desperation.
It's
the fight.
It's like you could survive. It's like the commercial, like, oh, almost got it. Oh, almost got it. You almost survived. You almost made it. No.
You know, one that I don't think, because we talk about the body horror, and I did say that was like an easy win, but one that I think did the body horror on a level that really worked was Event Horizon.
Ooh, okay. Oh.
I mean, it's another, like, I hate to bring up another sci-fi thriller, but some of the injuries and stuff that we were seeing in that were very uncomfortable to watch, but you still had that thriller aspect of it, of the unknown, like what happened here, and like this connection that Sam Neill had. Sam Neill made that movie. Him and Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh yeah.
Like even this where the kid got sucked out into space and he got rescued by Lawrence Fishburne. Like that had that real anticipation, scared of what the hell is going on, but also combining some of that body horror without being too over the top, like Saws and, you know, the other ones we've talked about. Like Event Horizon is really high on my list of like just a terrifying movie that.
Good call.
Yeah, I mean it's really, I mean, it kind of makes me want to go watch it right now, honestly, because I haven't seen it in a while. But Event Horizon is amazing.
The marketing hid the horror elements, so
It
Event
did.
Horizon
Yeah.
caught a lot of people off guard when they watched it because they didn't
Yeah.
think it was going to go that hard.
When
Yeah.
did Event Horizon come out?
93. It was after Mortal Kombat. So
Okay,
it was
so
like-
I went to the theater to see that. This was my age, like when I was a teenager and I was able to just like go and do things.
Yeah.
And I would go watch movies, and I thought I was getting into a sci-fi movie with that. And then, oh wait, no, something fucked up happened here.
Yeah.
And yeah, it stands out as just one of my favorites, especially like you said, really didn't have a lot to go off of going in there.
Right.
Yeah.
But man, Event Horizon, one of my favorite horror movies. I think it's one that really ranks up there as far as like in the horror genre that needs more recognition.
I need to go back and watch it. I will say, and the next one I'm gonna pick up is, again, I was in high school, so yeah, so it was like that freedom to like, oh, especially during the summertime, like, oh, let's go watch this film, right? For me, this film, I think, was a unicorn because when it came out, but I'm gonna go, like, and I'll say that this movie scared the shit. I mean, me and my buddy went, and my best friend up until about 30, until we had our huge falling out, was a black Creole, right? He was half black, half Creole. And so we go watch Blair Witch.
Blair
Project.
Witch. Yeah.
Now,
There you go.
this movie had, the reason I think this movie was so successful and why you can't duplicate this again is because the internet was kind of new. And so the fact that they were like, oh, this is a found footage from, oh, like you know, like, oh, we really shouldn't show this, but we're going to show this. Like, oh shit, okay. We went to watch this. There's an art house theater in Houston in River Oaks, like the rich areas. It shows all like the indie films. Went to watch this film. There was a scene, I forget what scene it was, but my buddy and I were like going like this, and he was like, "This is why black people don't go camping. This is why when black people run, you just fucking run away from wherever you just run. God, why am I here with you? Fucking white people." I'm like, I'm only half white, right? Like, oh, you don't see it. Right? Like this movie, like really just got with the black and white this made found footage like a whole new genre to where it was like, oh, this is fake, but if done properly, i.e. The Paranormal Experience, like the first one, those like, and I will say this, the Paranormal Experience, the first one I only watched it like once, but I was at a friend's place, I was house sitting, and for some unbeknownst reason, I started watching it like 1 o'clock in the morning. You ever watch it at 1 o'clock in the morning when you're home alone?
Yeah.
Why would you start a horror movie that late?
Yeah, you're just helping the movie.
Whatever happened to you at that point happened. I got no sympathy.
Oh, you're asking for it. I had to turn it off and put on Big Hero 6 so I could actually just go to sleep. Right, I had to watch Big Hero 6 for an hour. I'm like, okay, I'm good.
But
And
if we're going to talk about Blair Witch Project, I mean,
yeah,
marketing.
Mhm.
Marketing was perfect. Marketing got people out to go watch this movie, and that got word of mouth going. That will be the strongest point. Because honestly, it was like at the end of it, I was kind of like, all right, you had me all through this movie, and then you kind of ended on a whimper, but still, it was a good movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good experience.
I can say it was a good experience. I did not like the ending. I was like, okay, you kind of, yeah. I felt like they wrote themselves into a corner a little bit. But still,
Literally.
the anticipation, the small cast. I love when a small cast can make some magic happen, and they did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will give them their flowers, but yeah, there you go. Marketing, was on point for this movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will give them all the credit for what they were able to accomplish with what they had. So it was revolutionary, and like KJ said, you can't duplicate this.
You can't. Like you can like, and I know that they tried with the like 20.
They did a remake called Blair Witch.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I don't think anyone did.
I saw it, and it's so unmemorable. I don't really care. It did
There
not
was a
have
sequel in the reboot. Yeah.
It didn't have it. It didn't have what the other one had. I mean, like I think the latest like found footage I saw was like Cloverfield was probably the best to do it here
Yeah.
recently. The first Cloverfield. Cloverfield movie was actually pretty fucking terrifying too, you know.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, Blair Witch is, I'd almost say it's revolutionary and very hard to duplicate. So yeah, I'll give it to him.
I would say the best example of having a concept that you're barely hinting at but still paying it off is True Detective season 1,
Okay.
where they're hunting down the supernatural element, but the supernatural element plays very below the surface. It's really just a cop drama. Even like the Wonder in True Detective is just about some cops and robbers shit, taking down some like drug dealer shit. It's not until the very end where it's like, oh, they may have had a point about the supernatural shit. It's actually here, right? And then the season's over. Like, but that's like the best way of like dancing with that.
Yeah.
Dancing with the effect. How there's like a woman they have, like they're like doing detective work. So they're talking to this woman, and she's insane, and she's basically a cultist for this, King in Yellow, basically him robes. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? We got to get out of here. Like just this right level of creepy, like where it could happen. Birds are flying around in different patterns and shit. Like that's the way to handle that kind of element at that level.
I feel also, speaking of like cult and creepy, like when you start doing like CGI, I think it pulls you out of the movie, which is why I think for me a lot of like great horror were like late 70s, early 80s, where like you had to be practical, you had to be inventive with it. Poltergeist is an amazing film. Freaked me the shit out when I was a kid. Technically speaking, that was the first movie I ever watched at 9 months old. My parents took me out, they wanted to go watch the movie. They took me with them. My parents like, this is how we knew you liked movies. You'd be into movies, because I just sat there and watched the big screen, like all the shit. The remake wasn't bad, but the fact of the scene where the guy like sees like something on his face and he starts like peeling off his like skin.
It's a body horror thing, yeah.
And he starts and like peeled off his face. Like that's freaky as shit. I mean, come on. Also, I learned if you watch the ILM documentary on Disney Plus,
Light and Magic,
they show how they did the house scene.
Oh, okay.
And
it was balsa wood and very light, and they had hooked up to like this like giant air compressor with 2 shotguns hooked up, so that they set off the shotguns, it explodes, and then the wires within the house suck it into a vacuum, and they do it in reverse.
Huh.
That is how the house gets sucked down.
Okay.
When it explodes, it's because the shotgun.
I gotta watch that. All right.
Yeah,
it's a great
great
documentary series.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You had all these wizards, basically model makers, technicians, computer guys, and they just came together, and it's great. CGI has taken so much away from practical effects. You have to go out of your way to keep things practical nowadays.
Yeah,
but it's worth it. That's where the movie magic is.
And that's and going back to Jordan Peele, I think that's why Jordan Peele works on such a great level, is that everything he does, like the freaking clouds, you don't see the alien. You don't need to see everything. You want to see it, or I know where they brought up Dog Soldiers, American Werewolf in London. When he transforms,
is his excruciating process.
Now, I will say, I watched it, I think 3 years ago. The scene when right before he transforms, he lets out like this like really like awkward yell, and like, oh, my brain is burning. The acting was not great there, but watching his body again, going to Jason's like body horror, watching like the bones like extend and like break his nose, like his like the spine in his back like breaking out. Like honestly, that's what I want to see from the Hulk, right? Like they do that in the comic books really well. I need to see it from the Hulk movie. I need to see like his bones like breaking and everything. It's terrifying. But it's such a well done freaking thing that when you see full moons now, if it's a like one of the what are the full moons called with like the giant? It's isn't it a harvest moon?
Super moon or a blood moon?
Yeah, blood. Like there was one time I don't know why I was gonna go running at like 8 o'clock at night in Houston. And I walk out. My parents are like, all right, be careful. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go for a run. I walk outside, and again, this is where watching a shit ton of horror films does invade your brain. I look up, fucking huge blood moon. I'm like, oh, okay. And then like just like that little like gust of wind comes as you're walking to your car. I'm like, you know what? I've seen this in horror films. This is where the hero. This is when the protagonist gets killed. I'm gonna go back inside now. I walk right back in, and my parents are like, "What happened?" I go, "Full moon, gust of wind." Came back inside. They're like, "Okay." I'm like, "Nope."
You're genre savvy. That's what that is.
Racism aside, I am Jamie Kennedy and Scream. Okay, I have seen enough fucking horror films. So, like, oh no, that I know what's going to happen. I come back inside. No, not dealing with that.
Now we keep talking like, okay, I'll bring up another one where it's more of the psychological aspect of it. But speaking of, you mentioned the Blair Witch Project, hardly duplicated. No one can really do that again. But I think some of the first Ring movie and what it accomplished.
Oh,
because if you think about it, there's a lot of imagery that's uncomfortable. There's not a lot of like, there's terrifying shit happening, but it's not like Samara is causing all of it. It's kind of just stuff that's happening as a byproduct of they saw the tape. And even like at the end with the kind of a shock kind of oh, you shouldn't have done that. You actually just helped her. And the realization of also that whole, she had to survive. So she made the tape, keep helping Samara, keep killing. But just like what that was able to do with like the imagery and messing with your mind and also kind of giving some of that you're trying to figure out what happened. Like this girl was just so hopeful that she was going to make the world a better place and she was going to make things right. Nope. She just wants to kill people. Just come up out the TV. I mean, some of the like Samara is creepy looking, but not like scary. Okay. She doesn't have like, she looks very uncomfortable, but is she like, throttle you or anything like that? No, it just feels like she's inevitable. Is the other part of that. This little girl in the nightgown that crawls about the well, you can't do anything. It is going to happen unless you pass it on to somebody else. I love that movie.
Dude, I have a story to tell you. So my friends told me to go watch the movie. I had known about the original. Like I think Ain't It Cool News was talking about the original, right? And then Gore Verbinski ended up doing the remake. So like, Kevin, you got to go watch this remake. All right, fine. Let's go watch it. Creepy as hell, super creepy. I come back to our apartment. I shared the apartment like 3 other classmates. It's dark. All the lights are turned off and the TV is on showing static.
Nope.
Fuck y'all.
Like, nope.
Go home. Funny things, the actress who plays Samara is also Lilo in Lilo and Stitch.
What's going on?
Yep.
In the animated one, yeah.
The animated, yeah.
She was the original. Ruined Lilo and Stitch for me.
No, man. She's an actress. That's range.
I'm just kidding. I'm good.
I remember seeing The Ring when it came out because it came out in 90. When
2000.
2000. It was 2000.
Like 2002, 2003.
It was. I got it right here. It was. You're right. 2002. I remember I came home to watch. I came home for something. My brother was like, "Hey, do you want to go watch The Ring?" Because my brother was into horror films at the time. I'm like, "Yeah." We went during the day. Horrible idea because you walk out in Texas at like 2 in the afternoon. You're like, I can't See,
So I looked that up to verify and just saw that actress is like 35 years old and instantly felt old.
Like, God damn. Yeah.
It's like, oh, there she is. Oh, she's 35. What the? Oh, yeah, that
Yeah,
adds
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. The Ring was great. I watched the second Ring, but the first Ring was great. Yeah, that was one of those movies that like I feel certain movies just like capture like that something, that lightning in a bottle that the second one couldn't do it. The Grudge was good, but wasn't as good as The Ring. Like,
No, but that was around the time. See, that's once you get something like a Ring or a Blair Witch Project, everyone is like, how can we market on that? What can we do? And to varying degrees of success.
Yeah.
But The Grudge was definitely, hey, The Ring was successful. How else can we get in on this action? Okay. The studios will never see some money they don't like. So
Right. And PG-13 horror. The Ring is what made PG-13 horror like viable. Right?
yes, very
And
true.
I think Drag Me to Hell helped take it further. It wasn't bloody, but it was gooey. There's like a lot of
And
slime.
that's Sam Raimi too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Sam Raimi did, Evil Dead, which the Evil Dead remake, not the one that came out
A few years ago, yeah. The same guy who did,
yeah, the Evil Dead remakes have been pretty good.
They've what was her name? Because let's see, Suburgatory. What was her? What was? There you go, Jane Levy. She was the one that she was in. Actually, made me, when I got out of the movie theater, because I saw it at night. I got to my car. It's 2013. I got to my car and looked in the back of my car to make sure that no demons were in the back of my Explorer.
I'm not the only one that does that. No, just
yeah.
I got ops. I'm kidding.
Check. But the way that they did that movie, and like, granted, like the ending was kind of weird with like the blood rain, but that movie was so damn creepy. And I'll never forget. I was watching the film, and it's Evil Dead. Like, what you're getting in. This mom brings her like 5-year-old child down the stairs. We are not watching this film. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here with your child watching Evil Dead? Like, did you not see anything about this movie? Why?
Yeah, that's just bad turn right there. I was so just all about the first Evil Dead. It was only a couple years ago I found out my wife had never watched the first Evil Dead. Like, I quoted something from the movie and she was like, it's from Evil Dead. She's like, oh, I've never seen those movies. If I could do a U-turn on the freeway, I would have done. I was rolling 75 in Dallas, 4-lane highway. I almost wanted to find a way just to do a U-turn right there to immediately go to like a movie trading company. And we watched all the Evil Deads, all of them that night. Like, because I lost a bunch of DVDs when I got out of the military and moved. I lost like a whole box of. The Evil Dead series was one that I lost. Got lost by the movie company, sure. Yeah. But man, to find out like in 2014, the year of our Lord, that someone hadn't seen Evil Dead, I felt the need just to correct this wrong in the universe. But Sam Raimi was on something with Evil Dead and Exorcist. He did Exorcist too, right?
No. Exorcist was William
Friedkin. What am I thinking of? Sorry, I was thinking of something else that Sam Raimi
Army
did.
of Darkness, which was basically Evil Dead 3.
And then there was Evil Dead 2. It'll come back to me. There was something else I was thinking of. So,
well, yeah, Sam Raimi.
Maybe I'm thinking of. Have we really gotten into anything Wes Craven has done?
No, not yet. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, no, I'm never mind.
William Friedkin did The Exorcist, which also freaked the shit out of me.
I mean, oof.
Which, okay.
I feel like I derailed things. Sorry, go on.
No, let's see. Sam Raimi, there are certain things that he's done where I'm like, it's so good, but then it's like, there's something about it that like just like it pulls me out of it sometimes.
Wait,
like,
it's cheap? Sam Raimi does a lot of cheap stuff.
when
He,
I think
he
it was
wasn't really getting money until Spider-Man.
yeah, no, it was when he did Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. What's up, Tony? He did some cheap stuff with them. Like,
He did Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, sorry, that's what I was thinking.
he produced it. Yes.
We're talking to Drag Me to Hell. I'm sorry.
He
Yeah.
directed Drag Me to Hell.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was on. Sorry, it was on my brain. Sorry.
Oh, you did. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He
Which
also
I
directed Oz the Great and Powerful.
which actually wasn't bad. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't bad. Wasn't great, wasn't bad. But he did do one of my favorite westerns, Quick and the Dead. That is fucking dope.
All right.
And Darkman, which, by the way, he wanted
Yes.
to do The Shadow, but he couldn't get the rights for The Shadow. So what does Darkman look like? He looks like
Looks like
The
the
Shadow.
Shadow.
I like that movie though.
Oh, Liam Neeson's great in it. Yeah.
The Shadow. I mean, the Darkman is low key a comic book movie. It was ahead of its
100%.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, 100. Yeah, because you wanted to do The Shadow, and they wouldn't give him the rights. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this because it's one of those films that, like, Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson. Look, say what you will about Scream, but Scream 2, 6 and 7. Oh, I skipped 3 and 4. I 3, 4, 5, meh. But 1, 2, 6, 7. And the reason why Scream is a good horror film is because you don't know who to trust. And that's a really scary thing. Now, when Scary Movie parodied it,
Oh God.
the Wayans were brilliant in that. I watched Ashley watched it the other day, and I was like popping in, all watching clips. Like Marlon and Shawn Wayne are fucking hilarious in that film.
Yeah.
They are fantastic.
Anna Faris was an amazing member of that cast as well. I'll give them all. They were able to make a bunch of unnecessary sequels that I watched. So
I know they're doing a new Scary Movie that the Wayans are doing with Anna Faris. And I will say this, just a quick side note. If you ever get a chance to like watch any clips where Marlon Wayans discusses like either writing or his upbringing or his daughter, his trans daughter, or like Keenan, watch it because that family is absolutely insanely intelligent. Like,
yeah, they're Hollywood royalty, but because they're a black performing family, their scope is kind of limited. Like the Jacksons.
Really, like I just watched a clip where he was talking to Shannon Sharp. This is before Shannon had his Fall from Grace, but Keenan was for me like where it starts. Like Keenan is the brains out of the whole brain trust, but Marlon says that he told his dad, who's a Jehovah's Witness, I want to go to the performing arts school, so I'm gonna be like Keenan, and he was afraid. His dad was afraid that Marlon was going to turn gay from being the performing arts, and so
that's old school black family right there.
Yeah, yes, this.
And Keenan says, "I will not let your homophobia derail this young man's dreams." I'm like, God damn. And that's why whenever they talk about Keenan, you actually think Keenan's the dad sometimes because he becomes their dad. Their
He was
father.
an acting patriarch.
Yeah. I mean, their mom had I think 7 kids, and 5 of them are like
Kim,
Marlon, Damon,
Sean, a bunch.
Yeah, it's insane.
And now Damon's son is getting into acting too. So
Damon Jr. is hilarious. He was great in Happy Endings.
Thank you.
Love
happy endings.
You mentioned Scream, and it almost makes me think of movies that nailed it with the first one and then just went way too far. And it's the Conjuring series. The first Conjuring was good stuff. Everything else can start to get a bit unnecessary.
So the sequel trap is this. I honestly contend that unless you're writing old school serials like they did in the 30s and 40s, that you should not make sequels. Sequels are unnatural. You have to do some shit that Godfather Part 2 did. Godfather Part 2 is the best sequel ever made because there was so much shit they couldn't put in the first Godfather.
Okay.
So they had this half prequel, half sequel in Godfather Part 2 that expanded and crystallized the narrative. By the end of Godfather 2, Michael Corleone is destroyed. He is so far from the soldier he was in the beginning of the first Godfather. He is a demon by the end of it. Kills his own brother. Spoiler alert. Point is,
Spoiler. Oh no, for us.
so you have to do
40-year-old movie.
Lucas knew what he wanted to. He had the kernel of an idea for episodes 5 and 6. Like he changed a lot of stuff around, blah blah, whatever. Journal of the Wills, whatever. But he knew he wanted to serialize that, and so he bet on himself long term, right?
True.
But a lot of movies, when you get some success, they don't know what they didn't have a plan for Conjuring 2. They didn't have a plan for Megan 2.0.
Which
Like,
was funny. Megan 2.0 is fucking hilarious.
All
I
right.
have not watched it.
Okay, here's why it's
Okay.
fucking hilarious.
So
Because Megan 2.0 is a sarcastic asshole. The movie is not great, but it does teach you the horrors of AI. Like, don't fucking try. And of course, like, oh, we're gonna do AI. Like, don't. We've seen movies, but it's not a horror film. But it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's an action comedy. It changes genre.
now
It really does.
I think Megan had that moment where in some movies where like when Megan like gets rid of the one creepy boy who was probably destined to, become a murderer and date rapist, I'm assuming,
Yeah.
and he dies, it's kind of like, okay, it didn't have to happen like that, but you know what? I'm just gonna look the other way. I'm not gonna demonize her for that one act, and then it's like, okay. Then very slowly, okay, she's just doing this for shiggles now. So
Yeah.
I hate those moments in movies where it's like the bad guy. Okay, I kind of agree with you for a moment here.
But then they got to do something to remind you it's a bad guy. Killmonger's making too much sense. Have Killmonger choke somebody. All right,
thank you for getting back to like why I need to hate this person. Because that
Exactly.
one creepy kid, nah, you know the one.
Well,
His parents did not do right by him, and it's too late. It's too late.
Yeah.
like KJ brings up a good point. With sequels, they rarely ever work because you don't know what you're going with it. The only reason we like the Conjuring series is because the acting is still good. It's good, legit acting because Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are spectacular actors. They're great, right? But you look at, Halloween, the first one, amazing. Halloween 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not so amazing.
What about H2O? Oh,
H2O,
Resurrection.
pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. Now, here is where I get to be like the oh, but wait, there's more. Okay, so shut up, Jason. So, shut up, Meg. So the Halloween one, boom. The next 55, garbage. Danny McBride is a very special writer, and that he knows when he's writing something what he wants to do with it. Is where actually I interviewed him once, and like I was expecting like Eastbound and Down, and I get like, well, it's really special when you do. I'm like, wait, who are you? Who are you? His first Halloween movie it skips all the other bullshit and skips to the first one. That first one is really, really good. Really good. That second one was almost really good. And that third one, you're like, wait. What the fuck happened?
They had to end it. And like that's what I'm saying. It's like you have to have a plan where they get better. But here's the thing. Why were you holding up Snake Eyes?
Messing with Bobby. Go on, keep going.
Are we just holding up garbage now? Are we just holding up garbage?
Don't hold up garbage. I like Snake Eyes. Here's the thing.
Oh no, he's holding up Mezco.
I like my Mezco Snake Eyes. You guys are so picky. So
and here's where I will agree with you, KJ. But I think the sequels I think you can have a great sequel, but in horror, unless you know where you are going with that next one, do not do a sequel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I 100% agree, because when you make like some of my favorite movies are sequels, right? Aliens, phenomenal sequel to Alien. Like you're like, holy shit, on par, right? Terminator 2, amazing to Terminator, which it's not. I classified Terminator as a action horror because again, you have this unstoppable robot that is coming at you, coming at you, coming at you. Okay, actually,
So Evil Dead, nice. Yeah, I was just
This
getting to
boomstick.
Cabin in the Woods, Worthy. I was just about to get to Cabin in the
Uh huh.
Woods.
What was that, Bobby? What was that? What was that? I'm sorry. Shut up, Jason. What kind of figure is this again? What is this again? I think this is some small company called Mezco or something. But yeah, speaking of sequels, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about sequels. You know, like Evil Dead.
well, no, like,
Yeah.
KJ, I'll let you get
Let
it.
it go.
No, like, I think that's one of those rare instances, right? We're in a horror film, like a horror sequel worked, but Army of Darkness, while great, while technically a sequel, is also a horror comedy.
Yeah.
Which works just as well. But Sam Raimi changes up the whole dynamic. It's no longer a holy shit, low budget horror, like, oh god. It's now a comedy, and you've changed the genre, you've changed up everything. If you're gonna do a sequel, I feel you need to do it when you're writing the first one, so that you know where you're going, and you do it to where, like, all right, I want the same quality. A lot of the times, like, you see Jaws, fantastic. You see Jaws 2, no, right? Like,
Jaws 3D.
I feel that when you do a sequel, I think you're right. Like, you can have great sequels because they're amazing sequels, but in the horror genre, it's very rare because, like, what are you doing when that? Like,
You've already done the scares. You've already done the kills. When people make a movie, in the old days, a movie was a complete story. It wasn't until you had shows like Rawhide, Gunsmoke, this thing, that thing, where it was serialized and you had the adventure of the day, the adventure of the week. So you think about Friday the 13th. By the time you get to 6, 7, 8, it's a TV show at that point. They had a Friday the 13th TV show that had very little to do with the Jason film series, but they had it.
Yeah.
They
Right?
did.
Nightmare Cafe, which was kind of tangentially related to the Nightmare on Elm Street series because it was Wes Craven produced it. Robert Englund was the sort of the Rod Serling of that, but it was an anthology. We've lost the art of anthology. Like, you had all these magazines and paperbacks and then radio serials that led to TV shows because you could do just a self-contained episode. The librarian who survives an apocalypse, but his glasses break. You know, like these horrible, fucked up fables, these EC comics, Tales from the Crypt, and all this other stuff. The Outer Limits.
Dark Side.
Exactly.
The Outer Limits.
And the Black Mirror is finding a success because it's an anthology.
Right.
You can go back and sequelize its best episodes and whatnot. Have these heartbreaking episodes, or talk about the horrors of social credit. We kind of live in social credit. Like, don't get me started on that. The point is, you can use horror, sci-fi, suspense, parables to talk about the human condition. But when you have a complete story, a movie, right, that's not ready to be sequelized, Close Encounters is the third kind. We can't do Close Encounters is the fourth kind. You finish the story. Right?
True.
Like Lost World, Michael Crichton couldn't say no to the bag. So he's like, sure, I'll just whip up something up. Whipped up the book. Spielberg whipped up the movie. They had to get the bag. So you see a sequel, you see some dudes getting a bag. A rare exception are your Lord of the Rings. They had the trilogy complete. It's one big thing, right? Spider-Man 2. Sam Raimi was only just getting started with Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 2 is where he's like, all right, I fixed all my mistakes.
Yeah.
Here's the home run.
I find that I actually realized I kind of contradicted myself earlier with what Bobby said about Paranormal Activity with the found footage series, and we said there weren't a lot of movies that really did that well. But I'm also agreeing that there's another series that probably should have ended with the first one, and that was Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
They did really good with that found footage kind of thing, and the security cam, well, not the security camera, they were just setting up cameras to watch. Like the first one nailed it. The first one was oh crap terror, but everything else was kind of unnecessary after that. But it was
They hit the bag. There was too much money on the table not to just make another one.
You got to go for it again.
And look, and if someone goes, if you make like, I don't know, 100,000 on your first film, and then they're like, hey, for the sequel, we'll give you like 5 million. I'm like, so in the third act, how do you want that one to go? Do you want it to lead into a third movie? Because look, at $5 million, look, I have my integrity. I do. 5 million. I'll write you another.
I was waiting for that butt. Just
but I will say, if y'all haven't watched it, and KJ, I'm glad you brought this up. The VHS like anthology movies. Oh, Jason, if you've never seen them,
it's V/H/S.
Yeah.
Okay, I've not seen that series.
Okay, so here's the premise, right? And they are anthologies that are found on a VHS. So
I like where we're going.
And it's very like it'll kind of like like the old VHSs and like kind of staticky, and they're not really shot, clean. It looks like it's shot on a handheld. So you have all these films, and I think there's 4 of them.
Yeah.
And there's one, I think it's the third one where like it's these robbers are hired to break in to find a VHS, and one of the guys pops it in. And in between each like little segment, like they're being picked off by like a horror film, and it is so well done. Like they're not scary per se, but it's like
they're creepy.
They're creepy. Like they're like
creepy.
Like oh no.
Ooh, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, okay, Jen, I'll let you go to this. The one thing we started watching, I don't know why we dropped off it. Creep Show, the new Creep Show.
I haven't seen the new Creep Show.
I've always loved that series.
The first movie fucked me up, so I'm not watching anything else.
So they it's on Shudder, right? I think it's like 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
But there was one that was really well done, and it's on grief and anxiety, and this doctor is like getting ready for like to get a glass of wine, and there's like this pounding at the front door. So all of a sudden like oh shit, and this girl comes in, she opens the door and this girl comes busting in, and she's like, I am so sorry, and she goes what? She goes, I had to pass it on to someone. You answered the door, right? And all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, what's going on here? And all of a sudden like there's like boom, and it's like this like giant like creature is trying to get into the house. And you find out that the girl, like, she escaped, she runs away, and the creature's still trying to get in because that is now her grief, that's now her anxiety, that's now her like everything. And and the girl, like the doctor grabs the knife and like let's just like stab it through the window. Finally it breaks in, right? And she's like, you know what? Kill me. Just do it. And the creature's like, hold on. Are you okay? She's like, no, I'm not okay. The monster sits down and is like, well, where's your grief and anxiety? She's like, I put it in the box. He goes, oh. And all of a sudden, like, as she's accepting.
Oh, I saw it. I saw that. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah. But
I
it's
think
so
I
good.
binged them all.
Huh?
I binged them all. Like,
yeah.
But
it's so well done. That all of a sudden, like the fact that she's like grappling with this grief and anxiety, and the monster's like, well, hold on, I don't have to kill you just yet. Do you want a hug? And it's like terrifying. To like, oh, she just needed a hug, and her grief and anxiety, this grief and anxiety is hugging her, or like the one where like the guys are getting snapshots from the future. It's so good. Okay, hold on. E-Worthy brought up some really good points. Cabin in the Woods.
Yes.
I have a whole speed round. I try not to like Cabin in the Woods, The Fly.
Oh yeah.
Slither.
Cronenberg.
Like but let's go back to Cabin in the Woods. Shout out to E-Worthy. It Follows. Yes, also very creepy.
Yep.
And basically,
Yeah.
A curse. STDs are the original curse.
Yes. Yeah.
You cursed me with herpes. Like,
and it stays with you.
I loved Cabin in the Woods. I only just recently saw it like a few years ago. So creative and inventive. Like, holy shit! Like, okay, so well done, so well done.
Yes.
No, but okay, you were going to go on something before I did my little.
no, there's a lot of great movies, but you want something fun, you want something scary as shit. You have a younger crowd. I'd say Monster Squad pulls together a lot of stuff,
Yes.
a lot of fun stuff, and you can just leave it at that. For Halloween, I always go my trifecta: Goonies, Gremlins, Ghostbusters. Even though Gremlins is a Christmas movie, technically,
yes.
you can play it for Halloween.
Yes.
So that's sort of like you can, if you finish with Gremlins, is like you're trying to be like, it's still not cutesy. Like Gremlins goes hard. You know, the microwave scene, Circle of Jerks talked about yesterday. Go watch that episode.
Yes.
But Ghostbusters is just the best one. So that's why
Yes.
you want to finish. I know you love the Goonies. Ghostbusters is better than Goonies. So take
Yes.
that. There's a reason I have Winston Zedmore, right? And not Data
Yes.
or any of the Scolari brothers. No, I'm still thinking Ghostbusters. But the point is,
yeah.
Goonies, Gremlins, Ghostbusters. That's the marathon for a fun time for a Halloween party. Just have it in the
Ooh.
background. Everybody knows those movies.
Ooh.
Just have them on
Jason.
in the background. We all know
Jason, you're-
Goonies. We all know Gremlins. We all know Ghostbusters.
I like this. 3 movies you put on the background in a Halloween party. Go.
Oh, background. Oh, you're not gonna like mine. We haven't even gotten into like Clive Barker, Hellraiser. Put Hellraiser.
Oh, come on, man! You can't beat the dude. That's unfair.
No, that's exactly. We're putting Hellraiser on. We're putting Reanimator on.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I mean, as long as I'm choosing it, I know this one is I like the newest, The Mist.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fucked up. The ending is so fucked up.
I kind of and it builds, and it gets worse psychologically as you go. So I think I can go ahead and throw that in there. But man, I'm throwing on some Hellblazer. We got to put some Clive up in this mug.
You know what? I was gonna bring that up because I remember I watched the 4th one like late at night. I was like, this is really fucked up. The new one was actually really well done. The new Hellraiser.
I haven't seen the new one.
Like there, and I forget the main bad guy, but like he opens his chest and he has like a clock that like when he's like.
Wait a minute, I want to take one back. We're gonna take The Mist off there. Just for the respect on that man's name, I'm putting on Candyman.
All right.
We put
Rest in
Tony
peace,
Todd
Joe
up
Todd.
in here. Yeah. Who did Candyman? That was 1992.
So
First
Candyman.
Yeah, I'm putting the first Candyman on. I like the newest one they did. It was okay, but it did not live up to the original.
Yeah.
So
some guy, Bernard Rose.
Yeah, Bernard Rose.
Oh,
I didn't realize.
Bernard Rose. Yeah. Bernard.
Let's see. He also did. He did a Frankenstein movie. Oh, he did Anna Karenina. Oh, the 1997 version. Never mind.
Yeah, I started to look it up here.
Okay. Oh, UB40. He was a video director. I will say, Candyman's great. God, there were so many like really really great horror films. I Ghostbusters. Because I can watch that without the sound on it and go with the movie. Like
I know that movie word by word by
same.
now.
Same. Yeah. Let's see here. Ghostbusters. I'm going. Crap, because he's like, what's the vibe of the party I want to do? Is it fun? And
So
light?
yeah, so exactly. If I had like, if I was doing like, if this was my college days and we're just having a good time, just goofing off, I would like do crappy movies. So do Resident Evil.
Oh
Resident,
god.
I was Resident. Come on, dude. Like you have one good scene, the laser grid scene. That's it. Constantine,
Fair.
which is a really bad adaptation of the comics to the point
Okay.
where it's its own world, basically.
But
Fair.
still good. It's still good.
So
I
good.
liked it.
And damn, I had the
Couldn't
third
make
one.
him blonde, couldn't make him British, but okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is great.
I had the third one on the tip of my tongue, basically. But yeah. So what was the other one? Damn it, I forgot. Yeah, Resident Evil, Constantine. Oh right, Deep Blue Sea.
They ate me. Fucking shock, ate me.
I will say, I can't believe I didn't bring this up. Shaun of the Dead.
Oh yeah.
Hey, comedy. Yeah, we can throw Shaun of the Dead on at a party.
I
That's
mean,
a highly quotable movie and just yeah,
Yeah.
totally. I think we always kind of pass over because there is that humor aspect of it,
Yeah.
especially when
Yes.
he just walks across to the shop and shit is fucked up and he
Oblivious.
just does not recognize anything going on.
yes. Now I would be remiss. Oh, also, come looking at like what are great, some more great horror films. Barbarian was really good. The Menu. It's not a scary film, but it's a good thriller. Heretic was great until that third act. Pissed me
Mm.
off. Hugh Grant.
Hereditary.
Hereditary. I will be remiss because my wife will be very angry if I don't bring this up. 13 Ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Joel Silver.
So
yeah.
good.
also kind of had some of that body horror and imagery in there, and
Mhm.
especially with I'm putting 13 Ghosts on the list just because of the design of the ghosts.
Okay.
That was
so
that,
creative.
yeah, it was so good. So I have to give them a spot.
My wife keeps going. Are they doing it? Are they doing that? Because like everyone's like, oh, a great 13 Ghost miniseries would be like each ghost getting their
Anthology series, bring it on.
It's an anthology
Yeah.
series. The season ends where 13 Ghosts picks off. Starts. So like that'd be amazing, right? Is it horror? Kinda. Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
It's a classic movie, highly quotable. It could be that one in the background playing. Everyone's enjoying. Yeah, Beetlejuice. Throw it in there.
Did y'all ever watch Black Phone?
I
I have
didn't.
not. I want to. A friend of mine worked on it. I need to watch it. I feel bad. Like,
So they're doing what they've said because Black Phone 2 came out this past weekend.
Yeah.
Bless you. Was that they're going the Freddy Krueger route? I'm like, okay, interesting. So I'm very interested to see that. Let's see what else. Poltergeist, yes. Ghost Ship, that was just fun to watch everyone get killed.
What about The Haunting? The one that Jan de Bont did. I think Jan de Bont retired after making that movie.
Which one was The Haunting? I'm trying to.
So The Haunting came out, I want to say around 2000, and it was a remake, but a lot of people didn't watch the original The Haunting, and it's not The Haunting of Hill House or anything like that. There was there's a 1936 film, and then another film came out in 1999. It had like
Okay.
Liam Neeson, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Owen Wilson,
Yo, yes.
but it's based on The Haunting of Hill House. So Haunting of Hill House is sort of like a new version of that. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't watched that. I
And
haven't.
then Stephen King was writing. He was writing the screenplay for this, and then just decided to do his own miniseries. So that's where Rose Red came from. Rose Red came from Stephen King making his version of The Haunting.
Okay. I will say there aren't many horrible movies. The Babadook is a horrible film. It's a bad film. It's not
One for me.
scary. Like honestly, at one point, I think I yelled at the screen, "Just slap the little shitty kid. Just slap him." My wife was like, "You can't slap him." And then we watched it 5 more minutes. She goes, "No, we need to slap him. Just slap him. Just." I'm not advocating for beating kids, but like sometimes, right? I'm just looking at these movies. I will say, what was another great one? The Invisible Man was really good. Invisible Man was really good. That's also another like kind of creepy. Midsummer. There we go. That's
I still haven't seen Midsummer.
so okay.
I did see Hereditary, which
Yeah.
went hard. Yeah.
If you like Hereditary, you'll like Midsummer. Florence Pugh kills it in the film.
Amazing.
And there's some moments where I'm like, this is really, really fucking fucked up. What the shit? The Pearl X series, it's good. Bodies is a fun thriller. Original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, great. We have watched The Strangers, and it's okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not like creepy, but movies were like let's see here. House of Wax is a fun movie. Not scary, but it's fun. Like there's someone inside your house. Oh, that's actually really, really well done. Again, where like you can't control the narrative of what's happening to you. That's when I think it gets, for me, creepy and scary, because like I was saying earlier, like with The Omen and The Exorcist, those are Catholic things that you can't see, you can't deal with. If you get possessed, you're fucked. Like you can't you are out of control of your own system, and that's, I think, when horrors are the best.
There's one I wanted to add in here. I'm not sure where it falls, but it kind of takes the genre and throws it on its head, and that's Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I just
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, because you know how it starts. You think Tucker and Dale are the typical hillbillies out in the woods about to kill these kids, and they just they turn that whole thing around. I love that movie, and just how they take, because Tucker does, he kind of comes off at first drinking the beer and everything,
Yes.
staring uncomfortably at people. It's like, oh, there's a special place in my heart for this movie, and it does have horror aspects to it, but it's more the stupidity of stereotypes, I guess. When the guy jumps in the damn wood chipper.
Yes. and again,
I love that movie.
great film, and also it's Tyler Labine and Alan Tudyk. Like anything Alan Tudyk does, is just gonna be good.
They're in a creepy cabin that they're just trying to fix up to be their second home or something, their vacation home or whatever.
Now, before we close out, what genre is the most scary and the least scary? Because vampires can be scary. Like, I got like the Last Voyage of the Demeter. That was a well done movie, but it wasn't scary, but it was well done.
All right.
Like I'm gonna go more like religion. Like zombies are when done right are creepy, but not scary. So I'm for me, because and I think this kind of goes to what you were saying earlier, Jason, with Alien, is that like when you get a swarm of something, it becomes scary, because then you are overwhelmed. You can't do anything. No matter how good you are over. So when you have like one zombie, bam, cool. 2, okay, bam, bam. 50, 100, like, you know what? I am fucked.
I think I had the argument of what's the best weapon, like any weapon within any movie genre. What's the best one to have in a zombie apocalypse?
Chainsaw.
No, chainsaw would be a terrible weapon to have. No, you can even any movie genre. And somebody said lightsaber, and I was like, you don't even need to be good with a lightsaber. Just Just keep doing that. Just wave it back and forth. Like we were picking like, and somebody said lightsaber. I was like, actually, that's actually really good. Yeah, no friction. Just keep cutting through them. But yeah, with zombies, like you said, okay, my cat is yowling in the background, and we're talking about scary stuff, and admittedly, that kind of terrified me a little bit. But yeah, zombies, you can run out of ammo. You can get tired. They can keep coming. So yeah. If you're talking about like a scary one, I mean, George Romero, he nailed it. I just hate the fast zombies.
Yeah.
I like them slow zombies that I can maybe, just get the hell away from me. You can kind of push them away, get like some thick gloves or something, just keep pushing them, get off me.
Just have work gloves. You'll be fine.
Exactly. Now the fast zombies, hell no. It's
World
like
War Z.
we talked about us.
28 days later, yeah.
We talked about us. When they ran in different directions than us, that was terrifying. Oh God, they're fast.
Yeah,
we're scared now. If something starts running at you, it's all the game has changed.
So in the trailer for 28 Days Later, one of the characters moves out of the way, and there's like one of the rage zombies looking through the window, and that's like one of the final scares in the trailer, and it's effective. And it's effective in the movie. I was in Colorado around 2003 when the movie came out. Watched the movie. Great movie. Scares the shit out of you. But in my apartment, my blinds were like horizontal blinds. And the last blind had like a piece of the plastic that was gone. So if someone wanted to look through, like 28 days later, they could. So this whole time I'm like looking at those blinds like, oh. Yeah, that's what a great horror movie does. It disturbs you no matter what.
That's a good way to put it. Like it disturbs you in a way that maybe you don't. Maybe it's like it's like with us, like with us, where like you taped over your entire goddamn bathroom. I think a great horror film is one that sticks with you. It kind of like I go back to that Final Destination director where like it invades your lizard brain because you see it and you're like, wait, that's not right. Like Final Destination is creepy, right? At times, like it's like, oh, these are great deaths. Like, oh, great, Bloodlines was fun, right? I think what makes Final Destination both annoying but also just a lot of fun is they shouldn't have done so many. The 3D one is really bad, but again, it goes back to you can't control the narrative. When death picks you,
you're picked.
It follows. You're picked. Any werewolf film, when you get scratched, you can't help it. You can't control anything. You get bit by a vampire. You get bit by a zombie. You cannot control. And I think the one thing that everyone loves is, and to at least some extent, to be in control of their own autonomy, their own person, their own choices. And when that gets stripped from you, that's terrifying. Which again, watch The Substance. It's body horror, in the best way possible. But again,
I can't believe you put those words together. Body horror in the worst way possible, in the best way possible. What the hell's wrong with you?
So much. So much. But again, like you start off in the movie, and it's not giving anything away, but you start off in control, and by the end, you're out of control, and you can't control anything. And that's again like shit. I don't like that. Right? Just like it's like the claustrophobia. Like my wife, one of the scariest shit things she fucking watches like the caving videos. You ever watch those? Mm-hmm. No, I'm not even a claustrophobic person. And like, okay, so I have to breathe. I can't breathe for like 5 minutes because I have to like slide through these like foot long, foot wide like rocks that could crush me in a minute. No. What are you doing? We can't see 10 feet in front of us. Let's climb that way. No. Do you not watch horror films? You are not protecting yourself because you are being dumb. Now, sometimes people deserve to die, and I don't, and that's fine with that, right?
Wow.
We watch. Hey, I'm just saying, if you're too stupid to realize evolution has kept you like the little hairs on the back of your neck from going out and doing
Okay.
like some dumb shit, you know what? You know what? The Darwin Awards exist for a reason. If you're gonna do that, hey, like that 6 foot, 10 person is walking steadily at me with a knife in his hand.
KJ, stop walking towards me with a knife in your hand.
What's up?
We're gonna cut a birthday cake.
I said, KJ, stop walking towards me with a knife in your hand.
I still love the fact when I first met KJ, I was like, my God, you're massive.
I had to be super friendly and super approachable because I am definitely a horror movie villain tall.
That's me. See, people like mistakenly like if I've told I have resting scary face, so I go out of my way to be very, very nice, very outgoing because I'm
We
not.
don't shave. We had to like just be really jolly.
I try to smile because I can catch myself sometimes like, and I'm told that it's that's why I'm always like smiling, like, hey, I'm, want to be a nice guy because I don't want someone to turn around. Also, it kind of plays like you're talking about like the sneaking up on. It's not sneaking up. It's like I'm trying to be polite and not like interrupt people when they're turned away. And it's like, but then they turn around and I'm there, and it's like I've completely failed at anything I was trying to do at this point.
Yeah, I have really bad resting bitch face. Apparently, my wife's like, "Why are you angry?" I'm like, "I'm not angry. I'm just focused. I'm focused." She's like, "You look like you're about to kill someone." I'm like, "I'm just focused. What is? I know I'm not. I'm a happy, jolly person."
Me too.
60% of the time.
People like to project.
To be around.
They like to project, and when I'm at work, sometimes I have to go into like a conference room if I know I'm going to like be working because I'm in like an open cubicle where people can see me. People think I'm pissed off. I'm not pissed off, but I got to think about this shit. I got to fix everyone else's mess. I got to do all this stuff. There's nothing happy about this. There's nothing.
Yeah, admit,
I'm a spreadsheet.
I'm an IT guy, so when I show up, I'm not. I'm not what they typically expect from the IT guy. So I'm always like, yes, it's me. Like, I think we were doing an all hands, and someone was like, "Who's that big guy?" They're like, "Oh, that's our new IT guy." That's the IT guy.
You bench me like I will.
You got a rootkit knife.
Yeah,
I have plenty of knives. Anyway,
but no, like
I have enough knives.
It's one of the things where like people don't like oh, this person is coming at me with a knife. He's not running. He's walking calmly. That's terrifying. I like try to investigate the sound. Which okay, look, I will say sometimes I do dumb shit. Sometimes I like KJ. We were talking about this earlier. People are white with W, and they have people who happen to be white. Sometimes I'm a person. I am a person who happens to be white, but I still do white dumb shit. Case in point, I hear a noise outside. I'm like, "Oh, I should go investigate." My wife's like, "Get your ass back in here." You know how this plays out.
I'll go investigate. I wonder what that was.
I'm like, let's investigate. And she's like, no, we do not investigate. We stay in here. Like, God damn it. I think like every month we've been here, like something has happened, right? The first month we were here, U.S. Marshals show roll up like in our parking lot. Oh yeah, like 3, 4 SUVs. Like apparently the landlord was like, yeah, we get coyotes in here sometime. Like, oh, okay. And I'm like, ooh, what do? I call my dad. I FaceTime. I'm like, Dad. And my wife's going, will you get over here? Show your dad the crazy situation and then get in here so I don't get shot. I'm like, Dad, look at the U.S. Marshals, right? More cops show up one night, right? I'm like literally live on the show with like a Torque and a Mood. I'm like, cops are like, so-and-so, open up. Like, ooh, what's happening, right? It's like, I do that shit because
nothing's going to scare us more than our own brains and what we can think of. So
no, we see like a man, like a giant hole in the middle of somewhere, and there's like just like pitch black in there, white berth around it. I am not dumb. I just play one on TV sometimes.
We are sensible, thinking people, but and there's a part of my mind that go, just in case, I'm not gonna go ahead and do whatever that is that could result in a movie, a horror movie style scenario.
Oh.
I'm gonna avoid that. Just
And my mom got on me because we went hiking, and there are bears in the area, right? And there's a lot of people. I go, look, I don't have to be the fastest. I just have to make sure I'm faster than everyone else there. And my mom goes, you have your wife by you. I'm like, well, obviously I have to be like push her or fireman character and just like, run. I just have to make sure I'm faster than everyone around me. The bears eat them. Get to the car. Because we did get lost hiking on last Sunday.
stuff like that doesn't. I grown up in like the woods, and like I know bears, pepper spray, bear. No, yeah, I'm good. I know to make enough noise. I know not to.
I've got the walking stick. I'm like, right.
And like seriously, like I've run into, and if you put like pepper spray in the air, they don't like that. They can smell a lot better than we can. Once they get like a whiff of like pepper spray, they're like, okay, human being, not really worth it. And it's there's other animals that I'm more afraid of than bears, but but they're not like aliens, even though a bear like Cocaine Bear. Is that a horror? Does that count as a horror movie? It was hilarious.
Horror comedy, sure, let's go for it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Now I'm afraid of Cocaine Bear. Cocaine Bear did not give a fuck. Cocaine Bear just wanted the next hit. So
I mean, you can't blame him. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna disqualify like the shitty like Bambi, The Reckoning, the Pooh movies.
No.
The weird.
Come on. Those are so unnecessary.
Those are
Public
garbage.
domain horror movies.
Yeah, those are garbage. Which, by the way, it's gonna be interesting when like Batman and Superman enter the realm, the public domain, to see what they're gonna fucking do.
So I have a theory about directors using horror. Like Spielberg uses horror, De Palma horror. Of course, we talked about the great Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
You think about like even like a movie like Goodfellas, like suspense, the thriller elements, Hitchcock. So some of the best movies use horror elements. The Untouchables. There's a lot of horror in The Untouchables.
Ooh, good point.
The little girl blowing up in the beginning of the movie, the baby carriage that represents like the youth being killed by violence.
Okay.
The accountant that gets aced in the elevator by Drago. Even that scene where we're tracking, we become the POV of the killer tracking Malone. Like that's straight out of a horror movie. That's like Black Narcissist or something like that. Not Black Narcissist, but Black Christmas or something like that. The POV, that was the only time a POV of a killer had been used like that. And then De Palma uses it in The Untouchables. Doesn't fake out. Malone survives just to be lured out to get shot by Drago.
Oh, God.
So you can recontextualize horror into different genres, and that's what makes it so effective. But with Halloween, it's just straight to the veins of it, mainline horror.
Yeah,
straight to the nostrils.
And I think, and you're 100% right, because you get Spielberg and Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park has
Jurassic Park is a horror movie.
Yeah.
And that's why all the other Jurassic Park movies aren't as good.
Clever girl.
God damn, KJ, you just blew my mind. Yeah, because like there's that suspense of like, oh, the raptors are coming.
And it's a horror movie marketed as an adventure movie. It's not even a horror adventure movie. It's horror. Huh. They just survived, except for Sam Jackson and an Australian dude.
Muldoon, yeah.
And Wayne Knight. That whole Wayne Knight sequence is a horror, but we don't think of it as horror because he's a bad guy. He got his just desserts. So even thinking about it, we don't think of it as a horror scene because it has to be a good guy for it to be a horror scene. You substitute that with the Jeff Goldblum or, just some other character who doesn't deserve that. But because Wayne Knight's character deserves it, we don't necessarily view it through the horror lens.
You know how we could have easily made that a movie? One of the raptors get one of the kids and be the boy. The boy needed to die. If one of the raptors had eaten him, the rules would have changed. They'd been like, oh, the raptors will kill the kid. Then it's like true. That whole vibe of that movie would have changed. Like you said, we look at Wendell, whatever. God, what is the guy's name? Uh, Newton. Wayne Newton. Not Wayne Newton.
Wayne Knight.
Wayne
Well,
Knight.
Oh, Newman.
Wayne Knight
No,
died,
Newman.
like you said. Oh,
Nedry.
he's just desserts.
Ennis Nedry.
Yeah,
Dennis
Nedry.
Nedry,
Yeah, him died. Okay, he got his just desserts. Sam Jackson, hey, an adult dies. But no, if one of the kids had died, that whole vibe would have changed.
You know what? Also, okay, you know what? I told my wife when to wrap up. She's taking a bath. So we'll wrap up in like 20. But the scene where we find out that Samuel Jackson died isn't because, you know, some like gore thing. It's because his hand lands on Laura Dern, and she goes, and there's this moment. We get a respite. We get a respite before she turns around, and oh, it's just the hand. It's just the arm. Damn,
Yeah.
kid, your mind is blown. Shit.
Yeah.
Also, fun little note. The girl who plays Hammond's granddaughter is also the little girl in Tremors.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the one with the pogo stick. That is her.
Yeah.
Because I watched it and I'm like, that face looks familiar. No shit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Was it Ariana Richards? Or
Something like that. Yeah. But to that point though, I think that's why I actually did like the new Jurassic Park film. It never, like, nothing will ever touch that first. But there are horror aspects to this new one that does make you go, oh, okay, interesting. And so I think you kind of hit something. Oh, damn, KJ, good job. That my mind is blown on that one.
that's geeks have game, man. That's what we're all about
That's
here.
what we do here.
Lex Murphy. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Before we go,
She's 46 now.
I know it makes
Damn it.
Listen,
How does
man,
it keep
enjoy
happening?
life. Enjoy life.
Actually,
Just
she's
enjoy life day by day.
I know.
We'll be here celebrating 50 years of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one day. 50th anniversary.
Yep.
Oh God, that's coming up in a decade.
Stay alive. Just stay alive, man.
Okay. Before we go, I mean, granted, there's a ton, and like October, like my wife was like, what do you want to watch? She's like, scary movie. I'm like, pick one. She goes, and so we've seen so many, like, there's so much shit that I'm like, oh, I'm actually forgetting. Like, apparently The Mummy is a adventure horror, which I don't think so. Zombieland,
Yeah.
great. Like, I there's so much good shit to watch. It's like, and look, I'm gonna go back to the sequel thing. Ghostbusters 2 was great until the very end. The ending,
Yeah,
it trips itself up, right? But the first one, is this true? Yes, Your Honor. This man has no dick. Like, such a great movie.
sequels are hard, man, because sequels aren't about telling you a story. They're about making money. The money comes before. That's why most sequels are bad. Most sequels are just about separating you from your money, not telling you a story, not furthering the world, not developing richer,
Passionate.
deeper characters. And so back to Godfather Part 2. There are not too many sequels that would end with your primary protagonist being revealed as the antagonist.
True. That is true. All right. Here's where it's weird, right? Because sequels are tricky. Godfather 2, yes. Aliens, Terminator 2, Empire, right? What's another great sequel? Winter Soldier, I thought it's still my favorite, like, movie.
Yeah.
But then you have, like, it's where, like, Indiana Jones. I love Raiders, hate Temple, love Last Crusade. And that goes to a theory I would talk about when I taught class, because for the first, like, 5 to 10 minutes, I would just, like, ramble. For Indiana Jones to be a good movie, it has to have 2 things: Judeo-Christian artifact, Nazis. You get those 2 things in there, it's a great film. Like this last one, Dial of Destiny, wasn't shitty, wasn't great, but wasn't bad. It wasn't Crystal Skull, and it wasn't Temple of Doom.
Yeah.
Just saying. So when you do get a sequel, it's like, it kind of sucks. But then, you know, for every, you know, Too Fast, Too Furious and Tokyo Drift, you get a Fast and Furious, or Fast and Furious, not the Fast and Furious, just the Fast and Furious, which 4 is actually pretty good. But that's a whole episode, another episode, because I don't want to get into sequels and trilogies because, Back to the Future 2.
Well, for Halloween, I would say not just horror, but celebrate sci-fi, celebrate fantasy movies. You know, Legend, Lord of the Rings. Just enjoy yourself. Dress up, all these different things. Have fun. Enjoy yourself this Halloween. The best movie for Halloween is the one you can have the most fun with. If that's some really creepy shit, The Fly, The Stuff, Society, which is one of the grossest films ever made. Don't Google it. Don't. That's not reverse psychology. Just don't.
I mean, I also got told Blade 2. I'm like,
no,
okay.
it works.
Blade 2 is its own vibe. Blade and Blade 2, totally different vibes.
They both track, and they're both like, oh yeah. That's a great answer to what is the best horror movie to watch? It's the one that fucking gets you.
That's what we started it with. We started with what got us.
Monster Squad. Just beware of the Monster Squad.
You shot. Where was it? The werewolf man has nards.
Yeah. Very quotable movie.
I haven't watched that in like 30 years. I need to go back and watch that.
If you're forgiving, it ages well. You have to be forgiving if you're watching Monster Squad.
Fair.
Be forgiving.
Fair.
This ages like fine wine. This is going to come back to IMAX. I'm going to be watching that shit with some catfish and hush puppies.
Ooh, I'm hungry. God damn it, KJ.
I'm going to have to go get some dinner after this. Yeah, I'm starving.
Sounds really good. I'm on a diet because my wife's on a diet because she can't eat spicy things right now, so she has to like eat like very bland. So
that's
I'm
like
bland.
That's like Jules from Pulp Fiction. My girlfriend's vegan, so I'm vegan.
Oof! Thank God. She doesn't go vegan. She did go vegetarian for a while.
Right.
A few years back, she went vegetarian.
You'll have more scary tales for us.
I didn't go vegetarian. I was like, I'm not eating. I'm getting a burger. She goes, no, I don't want. She's like, I don't want that. I'm like, okay.
Like, this is going to be hard on you, dear, but I'm not doing that. So,
oh no, I did. Okay, so my wife said Rose Red. Rose Red is her winner because she can hear me talking. Rose Red is her jam. It's Rose Red, and 13 Ghosts. So like 1A, 1B.
All right,
I can't argue that. So 3 weeks ago during the UTOU game, I'm like, I'm getting wings, and I'm like, what are you getting? And she goes, I'll just have shredded chicken. So my poor wife is eating shredded chicken with some ranch while I'm like devouring buffalo wings. I feel bad.
Yep, you've made choices. So
you know what? I make choices and I stand by them.
I'm talking about the other person's choices. I'm making choices.
Yeah.
I'm not going to feel some guilt. No.
10 toes down. Okay, so KJ, great answer. Jason, what is your like? Are you going with KJ? Like the movie that moves you is a movie that moves you?
Yeah, I mean, as far as we're talking about something scary that I want to be like, remember what I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch Aliens. That was the one that did it for me.
Nice.
It was like 1986, watching that on VHS when I wasn't supposed to. Yeah, and it's something that scared me. So yeah, I mean, besides that, and the friggin' tossed salad, man. But on HBO late at night, that was my terrifying thing. Yeah, I shouldn't have watched HBO late night either.
Yeah,
bring back Tales from the Crypt, please. And
yes. Oh my God, yeah. Love Tales from the Crypt. I mean, again, it's for me. It goes back to the original Halloween, just like that. And again, it's because the music it's a simple bongo practice chord. Bum 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 bum. It's simple. It's easy, but it's pulsating and it's driving and it's going towards something that you don't want to go towards, and it's like terrifying. It's like a new. It's like I don't want that. I don't like and it's just this like, and granted, we didn't even get into Universal Pictures, like old school like Dracula or like Wolfman. We didn't get into the 50s B movies, which I've seen like
I
the.
mean, we could go on. We're
Oh.
we're digging the hole deeper as we go right
Oh
now.
my god! Like I saw like what was it? It was like Attack of the Giant Ants. Horrible film, black and white. It was fun as hell. It was terrible, terrible. Like Mystery Science Theater level terrible. Got like, could we consider Godzilla? Like, I'm like, that's kind of like old school Godzilla, maybe. I don't know. Oh man, that's a good topic right there, Godzilla. Okay, going on a tangent. Gotta stop it because it is now, as my wife likes to put it, drama time because Love Is Blind is on, and we love that drama. It's trashy, it's garbage, and delicious. I will watch Weapons when it comes out because I have not watched it. I've heard it's amazing.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. I'm willing to see it again. So.
Oh, okay. But yeah, let's see. Horror, like Halloween, Psycho. Psycho was great. Like Hitchcock, that thriller, like you don't know what's happening.
Yep.
So well done. I will.
Screens and chocolate syrup flying all over the place.
Yep. And then
worked, though.
if you want to watch some quality, like horror, the first 10 seasons of Treehouse of Horror, wonderful programming.
Of what?
Treehouse of Horror, The Simpsons.
Oh, Treehouse of Horror. Oh yeah. Great
Okay.
stuff.
Like those they're just like, they're not scary. They're just really well written. You know, like when Homer kills Zombie Flanders and Lisa goes, "Dad, you killed Zombie Flanders. He was a zombie." Like, that's a great line. That's a great line.
That'd be something Jason would say in the apocalypse, like,
Right?
yeah, I knew they were a zombie.
Like when everyone is a vampire and like they kill Mr. Burns, and then it's revealed that Marge is the head vampire. She's like, what? I as a working mom, I can't be a vampire too? Like, I can't have a hobby? Like, it's just really well written. Also, Conan O'Brien and Bob Odenkirk are writing those, so yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. That is it for I thought this was gonna be a short episode, but then I realized, I'm talking movies with these two guys.
You got KJ and Jay up in here now.
I've been polite. I could have went up both barrels blasting about these movies, man.
This could go on forever. Eward, thank you so much for like some really great like picks, man. I forgot Kevin the Wood. That was a great Jaws. Great shots, great picks. Okay. Next episode, I don't know when that's gonna be. If it's before Thanksgiving, guess what? I'm gonna do another fucking Thanksgiving rant on Thanksgiving Charlie Brown because fuck Patty. Fuck her. Yeah.
All right. What's the best movie for Thanksgiving? It's Planes, Trains, Automobiles, but still.
Sure. Oh, time out. Before we log off, if you have not watched the John Candy documentary,
I've got to watch it.
Gotta watch it.
Oh, you will tear up.
I've heard good things.
Kleenex.
I've heard good things, and those good things like make me even like more nervous to watch it. But I'm going to get around to it. Like one of my good friends, he was like, "Yeah, man, you love John Candy." I was like, "Is it that good?" Oh no!
And John Candy is such a great actor. I forget that's him in Cool Runnings.
I mean, and it's like watching the Mr. Rogers movie. Like, yeah.
And
I'll get to it.
Yeah, it like Home Alone, Uncle Buck, The Great Outdoors, Summer Rental. I love Summer Rental. That movie does not get enough love. Summer Rental and Great
There are
Outdoors.
too many movies. There's a lot of movies, man. Great
Yeah.
Outdoors.
Which I didn't realize was a John Hughes film. I didn't realize he wrote that.
Yeah.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I know that. I enjoyed the movie, loved it, but
Like,
it makes sense now. Hearing it out loud, yeah, totally makes sense.
It makes sense.
There's
What
a dimension where John Candy is one of the Ghostbusters.
Yes.
But we'll talk about that later.
Yes, we will. Okay. Let's see here. Where is my media assets? There we go. All right. Everyone, thank you much for joining us. Hopefully you watch this on the replay. If not, you're missing out. For Jason the X, he is Black Angus. I am Bobby from GHG, and we will see you, I don't know, in the ether. Remember, it costs nothing to be good. Peace.